We good with 275. 369.
Damn thing fine.
369.
Yeah.
Corey's got a small head, huh?
He wasn't the last one to sit there.
Well, pinhead.
Oh, I got the notification. Maybe I wonder if Chuck is going to get the notification
On time?
now that
Probably
he's
not.
away.
Can it call in? Do you have it set up or no?
Imagine having such a
No.
small head. Just such a smooth brain. No, nothing going on in there.
What are you referring? Who are you
I
referring?
don't know. I don't know
Oh,
who
okay.
sits here. I'm just talking shit.
I don't know who sat there last, to be honest. Might have been somebody from...
Somebody with a small head.
Yeah, I don't know.
John Stair sits here.
Yeah,
Who sits here? I thought Ryan's over here.
Mark sits there.
That's their other guy.
But I think Woose's Fast was on, but I don't know if Dan sits there. Or Dan, I think Dan sits there. And Norm sits there. So it might have been Mark.
Norm!
Well, Mark, you got a small head, buddy.
Pete Coots,
I'm on my way.
where are you going?
Where's he bringing?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't think I set up a meeting,
Check your Google
as
Meets.
far as I know. I get to park behind that.
Rise guess.
Tim Connor's in the chat.
Look what Josh got us. It doesn't work, though.
No, that's from Ian K. Ian
Look
K.
what
sent
Ian
us
K
that.
got us.
It works.
I can hear it in my headphones now.
Yeah.
Really picking it up. Oh, there it goes. I can still hear it. But
When you talk, yeah, because it cuts some of the background noise. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's prepping for...
next door to me, you should have this next to one of the cars.
Just put it out there.
Couldn't afford the real one.
So I looked at the real ones.
It's
and
so expensive.
you got to buy like the inflatable flailing arms guy himself, and then the blower.
And the blower,
yeah. So you're like,
The blower is just like a floor dryer. Like
yeah.
Thing,
You're like $250 in just to
Depends on where you shop.
flop. Could be $5. You're like $250 in just to flop the thing around. Pete Coots prepping for LCD. Hope you don't get rained out, buddy.
Yeah, I don't have a top, so probably won't see you there.
Mildly inconvenient.
Yeah, well, you know, when you get half a car, when you buy half a car, you can lease the car half the time. So,
It's half car.
yeah.
Almost a lot of car.
Wish it was a slick top, but all I'm going to get is a wet top. You know what I'm saying?
Does your car actually have a top to put up or no?
Yeah, not a soft one.
Oh, just a hard one.
Only
Yeah,
hard
I remember
taco.
the hard one. It's painted purple too?
Well, no.
No.
That's why I don't have it.
Almost. It's going to be eventually.
Well, we hope so. Happy pre-party, pre-birthday,
Thank you.
Daddy.
Thank you, my love. And shook.
Tomorrow's
Okay, I was going to say, you're talking to her on that one. Yeah. You were like, I got to specify.
I needed to nail that pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that would have just sounded weird.
Thank you, my love. Not shooked.
How did she get the black heart in there?
I don't know. Oh, maybe with the phone.
Maybe. No. It's cool. Jordan sends black hearts too when he likes stuff.
You
I-
could do
I
it
don't
on
know
the
how to
phone
do
if
it.
you hold. I just figured this out like recently. If you hold the react button, you can swap it in your own. Because Sam always sends purple ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a purple car. I should be able to send purple ones.
Right.
Never knew.
I'd like
Never
to take my
Googled it.
conversations that far to
Didn't
where
care. Yeah.
I'm matching my vehicle
To the hearts.
to the hearts.
Okay. Well,
Is that what you do, Scott? You,
Yeah, I'm a couple
Yeah.
generations removed from
They don't-
sending
they don't have white
color
hearts.
matched emojis.
There's no white hearts.
Someone sent them to me.
Are there white hearts?
On Instagram there is.
I was gonna say, yeah. This is Jordan sends the black heart on Instagram, which again, I still
Because
love
I
him.
saw them and I was like, geez, they got white hearts. What's
Yeah,
up with that?
that's wild.
Like I figured there would be red and there'd be black.
Right.
I don't know why there would be any other one. Hit that Darth Vader.
Oh, there's purple, blue, broken, yellow, green, orange.
No white?
Oh, there is white.
There is a
now.
white.
There's
Aha.
white, brown,
Look at
gray,
that.
pink, light blue,
Wow.
a fire heart,
Ooh,
A
spicy.
a bandaged heart. Ooh,
Ooh,
sad.
emo.
If it was a bandaged heart with
Oh,
the
Tim
black
Connors.
hair, with the black
With
hair
the with just the
across,
over,
it'd be
yeah.
amazing.
Motherfucking hair that's like, cost you no,
I
I
was
don't
just-
be
What
Did
a
you
meme.
guys? I mean, I don't get into sports, but I mean, you
Jimmy
see the Jimmy
Butler?
Butler? I mean,
Amazing.
dude, like it's his real picture for the year, and the teams don't want to use it. And,
Yeah.
and the Heat
Yeah.
is being like, no, you have to
This is
use
it.
that for the whole year.
I was
They're like, oh, we could just use the same one from last year. They're like, no,
I found out like why he did it, which is even better.
yeah, because they didn't get
Right.
Dame Lillard,
Yeah.
so he's emo sad.
He's just very sad. And the what was it? And they took that song and instead of tonight will be the night that I will fall for you, they just reworked it. Tonight will be the night that I will ball for you.
Oh, really? I didn't see
It's
that.
so
part.
good.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good.
Why did he do
Yo, his
that?
teammates
Because-
when he saw it were dying laughing.
Oh my, it's amazing because
So they wanted to get another player, like one of the best players in
but
the
he
league.
went to the Bucks instead of the Heat.
But he went to like a rival team, so
Yeah.
he was super emo sad
Yeah.
that they didn't get Dame Lillard from Portland.
Yeah.
So he
He just went
Rest
full
emo?
emo.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
got his hair like redone.
straightened.
A black man
I saw
straightened
the picture.
into super
Yeah.
emo.
And like he walked to the team photos
All sad.
black and
Black
like
All
fingernails.
sad.
I think he put like a fake eyebrow thing in as well.
I didn't see that, but that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So he did that because he liked this guy that much.
Maybe not this particular guy, but he wants to bolster the team, and he feels
Oh.
if he was
He's the
kinda,
best guy in the team by far, and he could use some help.
Yeah, that's it. He was kind of sending a message. It was honestly more of a message to probably ownership than anything. But it just in the best possible way because we all heard about it.
Yeah, it's traction.
I mean, non-sports
He
people.
put
heard
some
about
Right,
it.
Triple A.
non-sports people heard
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
There
he
you go.
put some 888s on that one. This is,
Right.
it was funny to look at.
The old sticky Mickeys.
What's up, Polly?
I'm gonna punch this mic right in the face, bitch.
He was sending me.
Showed who's boss.
He was sending me more pictures of his murder
Wiener?
rabbit.
Oh,
Wild. It's a wild story. Crazy. A wiener?
poo.
Our last discussion was about roofs and Amish people.
Wait, do the Amish make a good roof?
The Amish can fix anything, bro.
I mean, the furniture and like the houses, obviously, we all
Yeah.
know that. But
What's
like,
the
movie?
Amish ain't calling somebody in to build their house. They,
right?
What's
or
the
fix
movie
their
with
roof.
Seth Green where he fixes the old car?
I don't know. The Amish movie I remember
Road
most
trip
is
or
Road
Kingpin.
something?
trip.
Yeah, he's
Road
like,
trip.
yeah, it's just needed a hole overboard, rehemming up head gaskets and all that. But hey, you don't worry about it. That's what friends are for. He's like, are you fucking with me? He's like, yeah, no, I just love fixing other people's shit. I can't tell if you're fucking with me. Do I owe you anything? No, man, it's just money. Who needs money?
I don't think I've ever gotten to speak to an Amish person directly.
I have.
Have you?
They used to come to. This is so weird. They would come to Sikorsky when I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Matt Lee might be able to answer if he's in the chat, but they have a cafeteria, and they would do baked goods and stuff and sell it there.
Okay.
I don't know how they got there.
Hmm.
There's no fucking way they rode a horse and a buggy there.
I got an Amish custom, or my wife got an Amish custom dining room table made, but
Yeah.
we went through a middleman.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know.
Give him the money and then pray that you get a.
You give me the table, and I'll meet the future people.
Exactly.
Forgive my
Ignorance?
ignorance entirely, but I believe they have like a day they can travel or day they can use electricity or something. I thought like certain levels of
That
them or
would
something. I don't know.
be-
The reason I'm saying that maybe they had actually,
would
but then
be-
why would they have a car?
No. That would be the most Amish thing they could do. The one day they're allowed to go nuts, they drove to go sell to work.
Live to support.
There is a thing where the
I
kids
thought they could leave the clan one time before they're 18, and then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
decide.
once you come back, that's
Like-
over, Johnny.
like in Kingpin.
somebody we exactly.
Kingpin.
Yeah,
So they decide. They're like, either
Yeah.
you stay and
yeah. Are you in forever? You out?
Jebediah milks the cows while Jacob plows, or you get the fuck out of here. kid.
Rumspringer,
Oh, it's of course fucking Matt
Matt, of course.
Woods.
Yeah, he just
What's
he just knows
Rumspringer?
things. I don't know. I just know
It's
the
a
name.
song by Rammstein.
Oh, okay.
No, again, it's a thing. I'm sure Chuck or Corey would be like, "How do you guys not know what that is?"
See, Mike's.
I bought a chicken coop off them in the past. And it was cheaper than anywhere else nearby, and it was built like a brick shit house.
Rumspringa,
Yeah, give me
Pennsylvania Dutch, running around.
Ooh.
A rite of passage and period of growth in adolescence for some Amish youths, during which time they face fewer restrictions on their behavior and are not subject to the Ordnung German order,
Or dung.
the specific system of unwritten community norms that governs their sect.
I saw there was a reality like MTV reality TV show where they get the kids.
Yeah.
And they take I saw like
Yeah,
I
that
I
exists.
saw like a
remember that.
reels about it or something.
Unlocked a portion of your brain that you didn't know
They
existed.
take them out. Yeah, they take them out for Rumspringa, a good showing.
MTV's Rumspringa.
Rumspringa break.
Oh my god, that's got to be what it was called. That's incredible. This just in from Andy Lenz. Poo poo pee pee caca poo poo. Yep.
Perfect. Really bringing the room together.
Thank you. And my little nipples went to France.
We were talking about some of the shows on MTV, like before. There was some. I think my wife and I were talking about. There was really good
There's a
shows,
lot of good ones.
like that used to be on MTV.
Like when they'd play
now
music.
it's just ridiculous.
That was sick.
Now it's ridiculous.
When they played all the music, that was
right
cool.
when they had music videos.
Yep.
You really missed that TRL, don't you, Josh?
Oh, that was the best.
TRL.
Get home from high school. Get home from middle school.
When they had Limp Bizkit
A
on.
little Blink 182 playing there. Get some live. Tara Reid was on there.
Slipknot.
I don't even know who else.
Slipknot was on there.
Eminem was on there. I think they showed somebody's ass on the TRL thing.
Probably. I actually don't remember a singular show on there. The Spring Break show.
The
triggered
Real
me.
World is the only one.
Real World.
Real World.
The original, like the early ones.
I used to watch Fuse.
All
a
the
lot.
True Life stuff. That's
True
what we were
Life.
talking. True Life. True Life. Like I like to eat foam. Do you remember?
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
True Life. I'm in love with my car. Literally, like that dude.
Oh no, Cribs.
Cribs.
Cribs and
Redman
Hook
and
My
Method
Ride.
Man's was
Pimp My Ride. Pimp
insane.
My Ride.
He's like, this is where I make grilled cheese.
I heard you like grilled cheese, so I'll put a grilled cheese
Oh,
maker on top of your
And then now I think we talk about it all the time. Robin Big, one of the best
Oh,
shows
Robin
yeah,
Big
yeah.
was
ever.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody at like True Skaters are all hating on Robin. I was like,
Jackass.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Let him get some.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, I already knew all about Jackass through Big Brother magazine.
yeah.
So when it went on
yeah.
MTV, I was like, okay, like how long could this last? And then here we
Forever.
are.
It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was crazy because I knew like the CKY stuff before Jackass, and I'm like, holy shit!
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
What was
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch? Incredible.
Oh,
98 Degrees
Aeon
versus Blink
Flux, I
182.
remember that.
What was Headbangers Ball late night?
Yep.
What was the shit.
Yo, MTV Raps. I'm your boy, Fab Five Freddy.
Oh, Scarred, wasn't that MTV?
Bro,
Oh,
Or
the
was that
crashes.
Spike?
I used
Yeah.
to
I
call.
vaguely remember.
I used
that.
to
Yo, it's your
call the-
boy. You blow me. I don't know.
I used to call the request line. I was so young. And I would call and it was like, leave or whatever. And I would request Public Enemy, Black Steel, and The Hour of Chaos. And somehow they would never play it. I couldn't believe it. They play the same like 5 songs every week. I
Yeah,
was
it's
like, what
almost
the
as if
fuck?
that was predetermined.
Yeah.
There was definitely another show that I was gonna. Viva La Bam.
Yeah, that was good.
I
I mean, it's like an offshoot of Jackass.
yeah, that was good. That
What
was
is he gonna do next?
he was on his.
I have a Jackass license plate trim ring thing, and it's
Yeah.
mint perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh man, I bought Taylor and I Halo license plate frames, and they say straight out of Blood Gulch.
Skate TV was on Nickelodeon, Nick. Exactly.
Yep. The True Life I'm a Street Racer. I believe that.
That was
I
on
haven't
TV.
seen that, but I'm looking it up.
It was on there, and the guy from the show who had
Which
the
Dan
Integra
Cortez, Nick?
was because of that show ended up in Fast and the Furious.
Was it
The bald dude.
yeah, Steph Papadakis. Steph Papadakis was like
He was in there.
Is that his name?
he was
Oh
influencing.
yeah, Papadakis Racing.
Yeah,
You
there
don't
was
know who
some, like,
Steph Papadakis? Sorry.
Yeah, he had
I
the
was gonna say-
GSRs and shit.
yeah, and like
Ugh.
he had a hand in helping, I believe, like with the Fast and Furious production. I don't know, some
Yeah, he's
sort
in
of
the
stuff
crowd.
like that. Just some behind the scenes stuff.
Was Pink's on MTV or was that on
MT
Spike?
MTV Sports and Music Festival was my jam. That was the best. That, like I lived
know.
for
That
that.
was
Oh, it was so
quite
good.
literally the most Caucasian thing you've ever said. That was my jam.
Oh, it was so good. I remember it. Just like that.
What a wonderful time that was.
Fabulous.
Fabulous in my day, I'll say.
That was Ab Fab.
Sip on a nice Chianti and watch the MTV Sports and Music
Have
Festival.
some fava beans.
Also underrated. It was
Robin
so
Big,
good.
the early was amazing.
Oh,
Let me tell you about my best.
It was amazing. There's
friend.
so many memorable parts from that show.
Bro, when he jumped off the balcony into the couch and exploded the couch next to Big, dude.
There's so many. His oh fuck, I can't remember it now. Even though I've been saying it for like months. Oh, his Big's uncle, I forgot his name, but he always used to walk around like, "That tree you good? That tree you good?" He just used to say it. I forgot his uncle's name, but it was so Uncle fuck.
Uncle Fucker.
I can't remember. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Not Leroy.
Jenkins.
Use that thing called the internet.
Yeah, that's true. It's literally right in
It's
front
right in
of
front
me.
of you.
Rob and Big's Uncle Jerry. That's what it is. Uncle Jerry.
I told you, call him up, Mike.
Yeah, R.I.P. Big Black.
Yeah. No one saw it coming, honestly.
No? I don't know. That's kind of like it's a lot of
The best episode of the Fantasy Factory
when Chanel gets kicked in the face
twice.
Twice.
Yep, I'm so happy you said that.
It's actually 3 times.
Is it 3?
Well, because they're practicing for dodgeball,
Yep.
and then Rob Dyrdek kicks the ball square in
No,
the
it's
face.
like everybody cut it out. So he just drop kicks the ball and
He's
beams
like, I'm
her in
so
the head.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
And then
he-
like next person,
he-
same thing, kicks it, beams her in the face. And then that was them practicing for the dodgeball tournament they were entering or whatever. And then in the tournament, she gets hit in the face
yeah,
as
because
well.
I know Rob picked
I
up the
didn't know
ball
that.
right after hitting her in the face, and he's like, get this ball the fuck out of here, and he kicks it, and it hits
Yeah.
her right in the face.
She's like still like a thing. Like
No,
how many years
rapper?
later? No, like she's whatever popular. Like people still know who she
I mean,
is. and
ridiculous.
stuff.
The show
Isn't that
still
frickin-
going.
Wasn't that like decades ago?
nah, I don't.
I did
watch.
see a clip of Ridiculous, and they're making fun of somebody dancing on TikTok, and they're like, "Yeah, you just keep TikToking as all this wildness happening." I was like, "That is the best name for dancing." TikToking.
When did it? Let's see. Robin Big,
The 2 Utes.
The two
2007. So it's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Uncle Vito. Yeah, he was
Oh, Uncle Vito from Uncle.
Bam's uncle.
Oh yeah, Don Vito.
Don Vito.
Don Vito. When he used to go on his rants.
Come on, man. Bam.
The one where he dug the hole so his dad drove the tractor into the hole. I was like, "There's no way the dad's gonna see it." And like they film it from a high angle. I'm like, "Wow, it really doesn't look like there's a hole there." And the fucking dad drives it right in there.
to like
I was crying.
Slayer or something.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that it transcended pop culture in general, and they ended up everywhere to the point where like
It was genius.
Dude, he
Family
painted the
Guy would be
whole-
in there. Just so many good things.
He painted his parents' whole kitchen like one shitty color.
Blue.
Like, the whole.
He's
Oh my
slapping his dad in the stomach with the paintbrush.
God. Oh my god.
My favorite was when he was like anytime Bam explains something, he's like, I show up to a goddamn quarry. There's Vito at the top of a hill.
I'm in the corner eating my meat pie, minding my business. The next thing I know,
Yeah, he like taught. It's like that.
That draw,
it's
that
a freaking
Pennsylvania
central
draw.
Pennsylvania.
Sometimes
draw.
Junk
Becker,
Becker. He says some stuff like
Pennsyltucky.
Yeah, the Pennsylvania.
they're from
accent.
like the same exact
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Big shouts to Becker.
Fucking Vito's
Don't
got my
feed-
flambo there. They say ass.
Yes. Yeah.
He fucking kicked my ass. It's like almost Peter Griffin, but not.
Right. I think that's a good place to start.
You gotta tell me when you're ready. I gotta hit the
Ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is a Revive Motor podcast. As always, I'm joined by Shook TD.
What? The music was real loud.
Cranking it in 2024. We're back.
Continuing to
Even though
crank
it's
it.
still 2023.
Cranking our hogs.
Don't even know what year I'm in. Chuck and Corey are both away on some...
They're dead.
Jesus, dude. On some paper
To
business.
us.
On
How are you
some
going to
paper
say
business.
always joined by Shook? He's not always here.
That's true.
You're the
That's
only
true.
That's
common
true.
denominator right now.
That's true.
Everybody else is a guest.
You have the least sick days.
Shook here most of the time.
Like
Sometimes.
three-quarter.
Depending upon the month, I
Two
guess.
tree.
And also in studio, our friend, Mr. Scott Norton.
It's Morton. Read
Morton?
my recent PVW article.
They muffed it up.
Yeah, they put my name wrong.
Ouch.
One job. Who wrote the article?
That's how great that magazine is.
Was it Elliot?
No, it was Brian McCarthy,
Okay.
an American guy.
Yeah.
Figures.
Morton antivirus.
Whatever.
Elliot would have done it right. Well, Mr. Morton. We are here. We're going to talk some automotive news, some general happenings. I believe Scott sent me a text earlier today that said he had a lot of things to vilely spew out of his mouth. So we'll get into that. Maybe even talk about his surgery, see how that went. Then, we'll find out from Shook
Fuck HIPAA.
what's going on in his, oh my God, what's going on in his world, brain.
Verbal diarrhea.
Yeah, the usual. But before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by you, all of those out there who continue to support us over the years now, because I think we've been doing the B for B for about 2 years, something like that.
Ever since you lost that Manscaped
There was
money.
ever since I threw that fastball comment and they disappeared. But it's been good. We promote our stuff. Obviously, we have to do that. We help some friends out here and there, but we have not gone under yet. Let's put it that way. Help. I was gonna say,
Do you hear that?
I'm not making a dime either, but it is
But the
what it
wind?
is. Yeah.
That's a creepy wind.
It's the creepy wind. It's the wind of an economic sad time that I can hear. But you can
Continued.
go to our website, revivemotor.com, where you can sign up for the B for B. That is a sustainable donation that can help us out, keep the winds of good fortune a-rolling.
And under our wings.
And we also have some coffee offerings up there. We have some Cold Start in a can. You can buy that, ship it to you, drink it, have a lovely day. And we have some other bags up there for you to choose from for now. There's not that many left, but we'll make some more when those go away.
Who the fuck did this? Asshole.
I don't know.
Fixed it.
Yeah, thank you.
Son of a...
So let's get right into the old
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks from last week. I think I have at least one. Let me pull that up momentarily. Shook while I'm pulling this up. Do you have any callbacks from last week?
I guess did I talk about my black vert last week?
Second vert?
Second vert. Vert 2. I put wheels on it and coilovers. Drives.
Cheapest coilovers they make, but then one better.
Yep. Well, I guess you could say I'm balling on a budget.
Ultimo.
They ride great. They ride great.
You got to drive them long enough before the...
I drove it long enough
Brakes?
to and from the gas station. I said, I'm going to go wash this thing.
Mhm.
So I got there, forgot my wallet, drove immediately back to the shop. Got out of the car, said, you know what? Not for nothing, this looks pretty good, aside from the wheel hitting the quarter panel a little bit, so I got to fix that.
Bacon quarter already?
No. Bacon wheel.
Oh, boy.
Took a little bit off the face of the old wheel there.
Yep.
The
Clearanced.
lip, it's self-clearancing. The more you rub, the less you rub.
What's your
everybody
clearance,
knows.
Clarence?
Yep.
I smelled brakes, and I said, you know what? It's been sitting for a while, so I do a visual.
The photo...
Oh,
he's
you
the-
self-clearance?
the
brake
photo
caliper?
he
Let me
sent
show you this photo.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god! Let me get it right up the gut.
It looks...
Oh, my God.
it looks like...
You can see it from there.
It looks like he's running...
That's some Formula One nighttime brake
it's
action.
the 24-hour of Le Mans.
Le Mans, exactly.
That's
God,
what
dude.
that is.
That's 2 a.m. at Le Mans
Smoking.
Literally
because
glowing.
the wheel jammed the caliper.
No, the caliper's just big C's.
Was that on both sides or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
It's not Little Caesar. It's Big Caesar.
Okay.
So wait,
Was it one
All
of
right.
the slide
Caesar
pins
salad.
or was it the actual piston of the caliper?
Pat
Still
literally
haven't
just
fixed
walked
it?
away. I said, make
Jeez
sure nothing
Louise.
catches on fire.
It's welded together.
when
yeah.
It is now, Josh.
Yeah.
when it dulled back down to not illuminating the driveway, I left.
It looked like,
You went for a drive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
what it didn't look like Oppenheimer in your parking lot.
Yeah, it's like that.
The
The
glow.
only way that picture could be better if it was like BBS mesh over the whole.
Yeah,
rim.
right.
Yeah, because then you could tell me, like, is that on a Corvette? Like, is that in France?
You got LEDs, are pretty sick. No, it was like the little penguin where he sees the bomb going off in his eyes, and it's like,
Oh.
that was me looking at my brakes. So I ordered calipers and rotors and pads.
4 or 2 for the front?
Just the fronts.
Okay, start with that.
Rear
How do you
seemed
even-
fine.
What about like the, I don't know, BMW Vert, the sliders, but I mean, like, did you order any hardware kits? Like, the actual part that slides and could jam
The
and
right,
Yeah, no,
right.
cause
The,
a
the
I'm not
plunger.
gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna even bother. It's all old. I'll just
Right, but I'm just saying, did you get a hardware kit for the calipers?
comes with everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
Fucking Rock Auto. Actually, I went with Summit. Same.
Gotta shop around. I forgot
same
about
deal.
Rock Auto for like a year.
Yeah.
And I finally just went back on there like, look at all this junk they
So-
still have. Fair price.
Good stuff.
Why is China still making this Mark II stuff?
You know what I want to talk about Rock Auto? When you order from Rock Auto, so for example, in this situation, I ended up going with Summit. They had everything I needed, free shipping over $100, done. It was $187. Rock Auto, it was like $30-something to ship, but they were cheaper, so they have to make up their margin somewhere.
Mm.
But why, me as the buyer, why do I have to pay for shipping on multiple parts if I'm ordering from one site? That doesn't make sense to me. And I get that
Because
they have
everything is
distribution
3PL,
centers.
third party logistics. They're shipping from multiple warehouses. Nobody actually has a warehouse that holds all the shit.
Right.
Hardly anymore.
That shouldn't fall on me.
Well,
So I'm paying.
Are you saying
if they're
that?
taking the part and they're getting it to you at the literally like the rock bottom price, they're like, well, then we have to charge for shipping because we could lose money in some
Oh, yeah, they
parts.
absolutely
You know what I
would.
mean? So that's why they do
But
it.
they're like $20-something more expensive than Summit. So I
Well.
was like, fuck it. I don't care about the,
It costs $20 to ship a fucking envelope next door nowadays. So
Yeah.
So it was like $13 to ship a brake hose. I'm like, that brake hose is $9. Why am I going to pay double for it? So I said, fuck this. I'm going to Summit. It's
Summit,
just, it's
Summit
just
ain't
weird.
stocking that either. It's coming third party logistics from them too, but you don't care.
They
right?
didn't charge me
That's
shipping.
why I ordered this one big order. Why is it coming in 5 different boxes?
Yeah.
'Cause it
Literally.
came from 5 different warehouses.
So why don't they just? I don't
I wonder if Summit can just afford to, their volume is much bigger.
I went to Summit in Ohio. It was pretty fun.
It looks like a cool place.
There's
Looks
a
sick.
giant area of like shit people returned. Give us any money for it and we'll take it.
Oh,
I would
fuck
love
yeah.
to
Shelves
walk
and
through that.
shelves of that.
It's in Ohio.
Is
Yeah.
it like a pick
Yep.
apart? You just grab it off the shelf and be like,
Pretty
$5.
much. Pretty much, yes.
You want to go?
I,
We should go.
if there's
It was a pretty big like they have aisles and aisles of all their stuff, and you could tell the brands pay to have that section of the aisle. But there was a whole corner section wall of wire rack shelving with just
stuff.
shit piled on it.
We're gonna
Want this
need
100 shot? $5.
We're gonna need stuff to do in the winter. Maybe we take a trip.
I would love to.
That's what I did. I was visiting my friends in Ohio. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
Summit's only like an hour 15. Let's go.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
like, all right.
What's a plane ticket to Ohio?
I don't know. Just drive.
Yeah.
So we can
Hello.
travel
It's a
parts.
motoring podcast.
How
Getting
far is
your-
that?
It's about 8 hours. It's 8 hours to Cleveland from, well, you guys are out here. I'm
Yeah.
in Connecticut. So it's like 8
I
hours
was
to
gonna say
Cleveland.
probably.
Well, you guys pick
And it's
me up
another
and then
hour
8
and a
hours.
half.
I was
from
gonna say
now.
yeah. We can pick you up on
Yeah.
the way.
So 9.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Doing the potato. Get there in.
Yeah, you're right by me.
6.
Duh.
We could take
We
the,
pretty much follow each other home every time after I'm on this
we
podcast.
could take the purple vert and then get spinal bifida on the way there.
and pray it doesn't rain
Yeah,
or snow.
No, I'm going to get scoliosis. You can get the spinal bifida.
I'll get the biff,
I'm just gonna get IBS.
the biff, and the IBS.
Get it. Who doesn't already have it?
Get it. Keep it.
I look at cheese, I shit myself. You know.
I look at cheese to hopefully help it clog me up from shitting myself.
Let's see. This I have a callback. We got to look at this. But Eric K sent us callback of VW announces wireless EV charging with patented designs induct EV.
It's gonna melt the car to the ground.
I haven't looked at
No,
the article yet.
It's gonna
but
heat up the ground, whatever it's on. That anything even near it will just roast.
just your
You cut a hole in your concrete slab in your garage, and you
Yeah.
put this fucking thing in there, and then the heat transfer to the wall, literally 5 feet away, is enough that it just spontaneously combusts.
you know how people complain about 5G and like the radio waves and all that. Oh my! Can you imagine the inductive charging conspiracy theories?
Well, no, they've done it. I've seen stuff. It's crazy heat, like
oh yeah.
coming out, like.
Ever since I started charging this car in the garage wirelessly, I kind of like dudes. I can't explain it. It's weird.
My wife, I was talking her into getting an electric car, and then she was. I was trying to talk her into getting an electric car, and she didn't want to. But it was almost like I just wanted to talk her into it because she didn't want to get an electric car.
So you challenge
finally,
yourself.
yeah. So finally, then I'm like, "Where are the powers in the house?" I go, "So you're gonna park like out there in the grass, and in the front side of the house." She's like, "What are you talking about? I have my garage spot." I go, "No, that fucker ain't even coming close to the house. You're out there in the grass.
true.
You're not even in like the little turnaround part of the driveway.
Yeah.
You're out there in the grass."
I've seen what those batteries do.
It sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
like an old diner sign when it's charging. There's no cable. It's just like
Yeah. Oh my god.
There was something recently. Oh, I can't pull it up because it's not my video, but I recently was sent a video of an EV airplane taking off.
that's terrifying.
In a
So
runway?
missile.
Dude, of all bad decisions, bad ideas, and bad things, that was one of the worst, like the scariest thing. For one,
How do you?
thankfully, it still looks like an airplane, so they didn't go full Cybertruck with it.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
But it's on the runway, and you're like, is it just gonna? Are they just driving it, or is this thing like gonna take off? Because you're like, it's gonna run out of runway soon, and then it gets to the end of the runway, and you can barely see it just go. And it's up in the air, and I'm just like,
Peter Griffin.
right.
Ah.
And the scary thing is this airport it took off from, right near my office.
Was it Tweed? Because apparently they've been operating without a license for years. Just saw that post today.
My brother lives right by Tweed.
But I mean, talk about the potential ball of fire that EV could
Yeah.
be in the sky.
That's what I'm saying. It's unmanned.
Oh no, there's people in it.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's
when it
wi-
just
it's-
loses charge, like, and we're dead.
That's what I mean. It's just like
I'm not a flying guy. I mean, that's why when like Jesse got into
Right,
into, like,
it's this
I
one
was
of the
like,
scariest
Jesse, and
things,
he's
yeah.
like, it's so easy. This thing is the most simple device ever. I go, you're in the air. You can't get out and tune the carburetor.
Yeah.
Hello, crash and burn.
it's simple until it's not. It's convenient until
You're
in
plummeting to the
air.
earth.
Right, making that sound. That's it. Do EVs silently crash like the airplane?
No. They're by law they have to have a noise.
right, like the
So it sounds
backup.
like this.
There's got to be a Jetson. There's got to be a Jetson crash that they could steal and
Yeah.
put into the sound
Yeah,
system.
yeah, that's. It's like the Tesla backup beep. It's just gonna be that.
Yeah, what of all the noises, Toyota was like, well, our car has to make a noise when it's in reverse. Let's go with bad wheel bearing. Have you heard this thing? Any of the Toyota EVs, they put it in reverse. It's like,
Really?
No, I
you
haven't.
haven't heard it?
No.
All the Amazon trucks had matching special
The
reverse
noises,
tone,
yeah,
but now I
yeah.
don't hear it as much anymore.
I was getting like hot dogs and shit at this place, Frankie's in Waterbury, and this guy put his Toyota in reverse. And I was like, what the fuck is that noise? Is it blown up? It's brand new. Then the dude in line next to me was like, no, I work at Toyota. I'm a sales rep. They have to have a noise by law. That's the noise they picked.
Yeah.
There's no noise on my GTI. So why does
Well, it's because it's your gasoline, petrol.
No, this is like
still
a
not really making any
full
noise?
electric-
No, it's true.
full electric vehicle.
Okay.
So no engine noise.
Yeah, I don't know. Matt Wood, regular plane. No, I was talking about the EV already on fire as it's falling out of the sky due to the batteries catching on fire.
Oh, then
Well,
then
it
you
can't
get
be
the,
a ball of fire in the air
Well, it can if
and
it
then
gets.
crash.
if
Once
it
it
gets-
crashes, it should turn into a ball of fire. Well,
It'll definitely no.
I
That
hear you.
then it'll crash in an
well,
explosion.
you had no jet fuel, but the batteries would be like that
so,
fizzly
or
fire.
no, I mean if it starts raining, you know.
Oh yeah. Then you get the R2 noises. You good back there, R2?
Oh yeah, Nick Pausar in the chat. Yeah, so the
Pew
coolest,
pew pew pew.
the
That's not the
Porsche,
noise I want when I back up.
the Porsche sounds cool. The Taycan that sounds
That's the
otherworldly.
Jetsons ones.
That sounds otherworldly.
It's
I
the
thought
Jetsons ones. I think
Yeah.
they licensed it.
Just meow. It's
Oh yeah, I thought they sound like pod racers,
yeah, something like that.
which would be way cooler.
esque.
Noise. Also, real quick, when you said the laser guns from Star Wars,
Pew 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 pew.
do you know where they got sampled that sound from?
Yes,
Do you know?
no.
I know.
The really tight metal twine rope that hold like towers.
Yep.
When you hit them with like a ratchet, it'll be like.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
he just recorded it.
He just recorded it. He said he was on a hike with his family and heard it.
Now I want to
Like
go.
he tripped over it or some shit.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
Now I want to go.
Fucking hit my head right on. I was like, oh, laser gun.
That's now I want to go hit all the metal ropes. Just,
Yeah, I want to hit one real bad. Like,
It'd be cool. Be fun.
fun stuff.
Another quick call back for upcoming things this weekend. On Sunday, 10/22, Dubs in the Trees,
I'll be there.
season end meat / potluck lunch. I have word that there will be some pulled pork in attendance.
Oh, is it raining though?
A big double batch of corn chowder. Event is on Facebook as well.
I'll go Blackford if it rains.
I don't know how Sunday looked, to be honest.
Sunday.
Rainy, pouring.
50%. Oh, wait, that's Thompson. Clinton? No. Try again. East Providence? No. I don't know. We'll
it's
find
in
out.
Connecticut, so.
Says rain in Clinton, which is on the shore.
I mean, we have a long enough time period. It could change. It could very well change. Any deep thoughts? Didn't you say you had a deep thought?
I forgot it. It was
Oh.
fucking hilarious. It made myself laugh.
Yeah, it sounds real hilarious that you forgot it.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I know. Didn't you just have it like 33 minutes ago?
No, I had it on the way here.
Tell us
Deep
about that.
thoughts.
Tell
with
us about, let's see if
Jack
we can pull that out of
Handy.
you. What were you doing on the way here besides driving?
It was about a car.
Well, that's good. We're a car based.
Yeah, I
You're
thought I
going
would
in the right direction.
thought I
Yep.
would have car something to add this week
Specific
versus
car?
last week.
Specific car. Is it something you've seen on your drive?
Yeah.
Is it black?
Did somebody do something?
It's not going to come to me.
Okay. Trying to
You
pull
know,
it
like when you have a problem and you have to think about it and just nothing's happening up there, and then you start to get the headache.
Sometimes I try to think, but nothing happens.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Sometimes I try to think, but nothing happens.
The Jeopardy noise just starts playing. That's it. Just lost. That's it. You're just lost.
I'd like to buy a vowel. I got nothing.
Also coming up this week is Lock City Drift. We discussed that. It's, is it
Tsunami stage.
Friday and Saturday. Bring your galoshes.
I hope it.
I hope it doesn't
My
rain for
phone
everybody.
says rain until 6 a.m. and then nothing. Hopefully that's the case. Daddy's trying to
The only one caring about rain is you because you don't have a top.
the
for your
equipment.
vehicle.
Whoa,
Yeah.
the equipment.
Okay. But everybody else is not a pussy, so.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
You're right.
As it
They'll
says,
save
I'll just
you.
rain
wear-
or shine.
I'll just wear a big hat.
a parka.
Wear like
There-
the rubber ducky suit.
Although you have some exposed wires.
Dress like the Gorton fisherman. You'll be fine.
No, it's chassis harness. It'll be fine.
That's
that
what I'm
can
saying.
withstand,
All the plugs are
50
under the
meters.
dash.
It's submersible.
Yeah, I drilled holes in the floor so that it'll just leak out.
get right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get right in, get right out.
Mm.
I don't know if it's a deep thought, but like I thought of you guys when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, I was watching TV and Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was on, which I hadn't seen in forever, so it was extra funny. But I had it turned down and I had the closed captioning on. I didn't know the song at the end is the girl going Fast and Furious. I didn't know that
Oh
for my
my
whole life.
What did you think? That
I
she
had
said?
no idea. I thought it was something in Japanese.
Aren't the lyrics "Now you see me, now you don't"?
I
Fast and
don't.
Furious
Maybe I
or
forget
something.
already. I forget. Hold on. I made
Oh,
a
now
note
you
about
see
it.
me, now you don't. Now you see me in
Fast and
Tokyo.
Furious, and I was like, oh my god, is that really what was said all these years?
Yeah, drift. I'm pretty
don't
sure
know.
it's "Now you see me, now you don't." Now you see
I
me,
had no
Tokyo.
idea that the girl was screaming because it's like she's screaming Fast and Furious.
I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo.
I'm not even close.
If you've seen it, then you mean it. Then you know you have to go. Fast and Furious. Drift, drift, drift. Fast and Furious.
I
drift,
had no
drift,
idea,
drift.
and I rewound the closed captioning numerous times because I was laughing so hard.
Many, many diamonds dangling. Bag full of money we strangling. Hate me, fry me, bake me, try me. All the above because you can't get in.
Yeah, it's Fast and Furious Drift, Drift, Drift. That was the part that I had no idea.
Whoa. Yeah, and then at the end, you should see me in the parking lot. 7-Eleven is the spot.
Oh, really? It's a 7-Eleven?
Bikes with wings and shiny things. And lions, tigers, bears. Oh my ride.
Is that why the 7-Eleven thing is a thing?
No.
No,
Like a
that's
picture
just
of your
on
car?
them.
Not a
front of
China
someone?
man, because I ain't from China, man. I'm a Japan man.
It says that in the song.
That's
Swear
one
to
of the
God.
lyrics?
Yep.
We're furious and fast, supersonic like JJ Fad, and we ride till the wheels are flat. Can't beat that with a baseball bat. Ugh.
True.
Fast and Furious!
I didn't realize.
What an incredible song, honestly.
I didn't realize there's so many lyrics in this song. It's got to be the shoes. It's got to be the furs.
Yeah, I don't remember it being that long.
That's why
8
ladies choose me
verses?
all up in the news because we so cute. That's why we so huge.
Damn.
Harajuku girls know how they respect I keeps it. And then it gets into the lyric that Shook said.
It's insane.
Wow.
There's a lot of kanji that I don't know because I don't know
And then
I
it
don't know
ends.
Japan.
What's kanji?
the letters.
Oh,
Yeah, there's some in here that I
did you? Oh.
probably know direct translation for. But then, as Scott said, it does end with, in fact, wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you've seen it, then you mean it. Then you know you have to go. Fast and Furious, drift, drift, drift.
I would like to go, but I don't know.
I didn't know it was such an in-depth song.
You know what I did do though? I bought a Japanese cookbook, and I don't even read things.
Do you enjoy Japanese food?
Yeah.
So there's some unpacking here to do.
Yeah, I just had Thai food for the first time. I don't know that's not Japanese food, but like
Bro.
we have been to
I
a
had
couple
Thai
Japanese
food, so I
spots.
bought a pizza and rented a canoe. I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's basically
Well, no,
what
so
you just said to
I
me.
had Thai food, and then I was like, "This is."
I'm going to get a Japanese cookbook.
I was like, "This is insane." So then I started looking into Asian cuisine. Period.
Okay.
And Japanese cuisine has more stuff that I like, so I bought a Japanese cuisine cookbook. So I'm gonna try and make
What do you plan on your first dish being?
a bao, a steamed
bao.
a steamed bao. It's like a dough.
Isn't that like really difficult to make like proper?
I don't think
know.
so.
I'm
It
just-
might be. I'm gonna try. It'll probably look like
Are
somebody
you
took a
gonna
shit
get-
in a diaper.
Are you gonna get a rice thing? Rice steamer? Like the steamer bamboo
I
steamer?
have one.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a bamboo one. I have a
a
rice,
cooker.
The bao. No, I just see all the
Oh.
bao is
No,
always served in that.
Yeah, my rice cooker has a. You're talking about the basket,
Yeah.
the bamboo basket. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that will steam it. Yeah, but I think you steam it before you put it in there. I could be wrong. Anyways, my rice cooker has a steaming thing.
Yeah.
So you put water in the bottom and put the tray up top.
So
Oh my God.
are you
I'm gonna probably make pork belly bows or shrimp bows.
okay?
That's gonna be the first.
Yeah.
Hibachi restaurants as wild as I get with Asian food.
Dude,
It's
there's
mostly fish recipes, I bet.
yeah. So that was the thing. Like I was like weary of getting a Japanese cookbook because a lot of it involves
Too much of a commitment.
raw shrimp or raw fish, which I won't eat.
Sashimi.
Fukushima fish.
I won't. Yeah, I won't eat it because I don't know if I'm allergic to it.
Wait.
I eat so shellfish, fine,
Yeah.
but once I had an allergic reaction to fish. but
What's
it
the
was
reaction?
like hives? This is a long time ago though.
Okay.
But ever since then, I'm like, do I try it?
Right.
But that's the thing. Like I've had sushi that's definitely prepared on a fish-covered surface. Never an issue.
Well, yeah. You mean like a sushi roll, not sashimi.
Correct.
Yeah, like
Definitely touched raw fish somewhere.
right. And a lot of them, I mean, have it in there anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you're getting like a green
Imitation.
bean roll.
Yeah. Tempura roll.
Yeah. Americanized sushi.
Matt, I'll make. Yeah, if you want to come for bows, brother, I'll make one. It's probably gonna suck the first time. Yeah, I actually in Indian food, I bought a butter chicken mix. I'm gonna try making butter chicken. That's my food talk on the car podcast.
Well, you're sitting in Corey's
Did
chair.
you
Yeah.
did you guys ever see the YouTube channel? It's called Throttle House.
I've heard of
doing
it.
that. They're doing a desert road trip with Rabbit GTI, 83 Rabbit GTI, and an AE86 all dressed up like or done up like the initial D,
Yep.
Yeah,
whatever. And like the
Hachiroku.
rabbit guy says like, yeah, I paid like 16,000, and then we had to put money in to fix up the rabbit GTI, and the guy's like, whoa. With the A86, like, yeah, I paid the same thing for mine. Okay, cool, whatever. And then he gets in the car and he's like, yeah, I'm into this for like $36,000, and then another whatever. So he's almost 40 grand into it. So he has it all done up, and it has the writing on the side, the Japanese writing, and you know, he just dropped it off to a guy with the, the white and black graphics. What is it, Trio or whatever?
Yeah.
I saw this.
Right, and it says so. The guy's like, oh, it says the name of the tofu shop that he's delivering on the side. And he's like, so then the guy gets out his Google Translate. He's looking at it. And he goes, yeah, no, it says something in Japanese. He goes, yeah, I know. It says like the name of the tofu shop. And he goes, it says something in Japanese. He's like, I know. He's like, no, come and look. And he shows him, and it says something in Japanese.
Literally translates to
Correct.
something in
And
Japanese.
then, oh no, I just lost it. Poop.
I sent this to a friend of mine, and they all start losing it.
Ha.
So it literally says, so it turns out when he was messaging the rap guy,
Yeah.
he's like, it says something like, he was telling the
He
rap
took it
guy
too literal.
to do the research, and
Yeah.
he took it literal, and so it says something in Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of like those cakes, those birthday cakes you see that say like, oh, I don't know, right? He's an asshole. Wait, don't write that. And they actually wrote
says
just like, you're into cooking. I like cooking. I just don't have a big enough kitchen to really
I'm into eating.
dive into it.
I'm you know what? I'm not into cooking, but I like it. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, doesn't. Turns out.
Into and like, very similar.
Yeah, matter of fact, it basically sounds like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth at the same time.
Well,
By saying
so
that.
like I like cars that I'm into them,
Uh-huh.
but once I'm done cooking, I don't think about cooking. But my car, if something's broken, I'm like, all right, when I get there,
Right.
You're not
It's
thinking about,
214
oh, I
millimeter.
burnt this toast. When
I don't
made
give
my
a fuck.
meal.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I fuck it up, then it's
Yeah, but you enjoy the act of cooking.
you know what I like the result. Just like anything else, when you work on something and you finish it, you're like, yeah, I did that. So if I cook something and my girlfriend's like, fiance is like, I like that. It's a good feeling.
It's a rewarding feeling.
Yeah.
So I think you can say you like cooking.
Nah,
I don't know. I'm just
I
guessing.
can
man.
tear up a toaster oven like nobody's business cooking. Let me tell
Put
you.
that thing on 400, 12
Whatever.
minutes.
We did get an air fryer at the house. I'm coming around.
What other type of cuisine would you like to cook at home?
I'm definitely gonna do that butter chicken Indian with naan bread.
Are you into baking?
All right. So when I was in high school,
Oh boy,
I
this
took
better be good.
I took culinary
Yep.
1, 2, and 3, or was there not a 3? Anyways,
You
I did
took
them all.
culinary 1 through 6 because you're in high school for 6 years.
I took them all. I was in for 4 and
Okay.
a quarter.
A quarter. Oh, summer school.
And there was no more. So my teacher started culinary 1 and 2. So I took those 2 because me and like a couple of their kids. I thought at one point I thought I was going to go to Johnson & Wales.
To be a chef?
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. I hate math. I hate everything. And then I was like, you know what? I'll do computer stuff. Which is, in hindsight, better choice. But
Schedule's better.
yeah, because let's be honest. I'm not going to, like, you see this shit Timbo cooks?
Yeah.
I could.
He's a chef. He's
I
a
got-
professional
yeah.
chef.
Yeah, that would have been the road I would have went towards. I can't. He is a genius.
He hasn't been doing it for 2 weeks either, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, I'd be into it 15 years. I still wouldn't design a crazy hamburger thing that he makes.
I can picture Shook Chef. Chef Shook.
I like some.
You watched the show The Bear?
I was about to say that show, The Bear. I
I've
was
never
like,
watched it.
you should watch it. It's incredible.
Yeah, my brother's all into it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
not
that
into it.
show, if you watch it and you have any interest in cooking, I guess maybe I do like cooking.
Yeah, that's
Like
what-
I watch it and I was like, "Yes, chef!"
We're-
You know, I'm like screaming at the TV, like,
We're here to help you find yourself, and I think you've just come to the full circle. You like cooking and cars, and that's okay.
"That's no, yeah, it's
It's
fine."
Shook. It's not your fault.
Hug
It's not your fault.
Why-
him, Josh. Hug him.
Thanks, Dad.
No.
All right. Any other callbacks? Or deep thoughts.
I have an extremely far callback.
Oh.
My current uniform I'm wearing.
The Wayback Machine.
Yeah. So I made a joke about 1,000 years ago at H2O International. I had this Ferrari shirt and Ferrari hat, and everyone was making fun of my uniform, and it was hilarious. So I chose to wear my VW Motorsport uniform tonight, my hat and my sweatshirt.
With the best iteration of the logo, I believe.
I guess.
It looks
It's been the same
to
until they
me.
just changed it.
No, I think there was one previous to that, wasn't
Hey,
there?
When some Russian guy who sells car parts on Instagram posts a double extra fatty
You just take
VW
it.
hoodie for like $40 shipped from Russia, you're
Right.
like,
I
there's
was
no
gonna
fat
say-
people over there. I got to buy this. There'll never be another one.
Wonder how many 8-balls were consumed wearing that outfit.
I don't know.
Isn't it? I thought Volkswagen was German.
It is, but like
Where's
There's-
the Russian?
these Russian, there's like, I know of like 4 sellers and they all get random stuff and priced well and
That
ship
is-
it. And the whole box, the one whole side is just coated in 50 stamps and that's how it comes to you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's always from some ridiculous country
It's Russian.
or city.
There was
name.
there was a period there. He's like, oh, I can't sell anything right now. I have no way to get the money.
I've got the heat on me. That's why.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
PayPal was cut off.
Yeah.
To the Ruskies.
Yeah.
That is very Russian. That you mention it. I was thinking in my head.
Look at like this the white down the slot. I mean, if it was 3 stripes, I'd be
It'd be very
You should-
Slavic.
gangster.
you should be
Eastern
squatting.
European
Yeah,
gangster. I'm Eastern European VW gangster.
you're you're a gobnik.
Gobnik, yes.
You shank somebody with a sausage.
Bald and Bankrupt.
Yeah.
You ever watch Bald and Bankrupt on
No.
YouTube? Oh, it's pretty good.
I've never even heard of it.
What?
Yeah.
Suka.
Bald and Bankrupt on YouTube is this bald guy. He just goes to random places in Russia, or mostly Russian
Oh, wait, yes, I have seen this guy.
enclaves, like that used to be Russian places, and he just fucking like, I'm gonna take public transportation. What I heard was the roughest part of Russia. Here we go.
Yeah, I actually have
And-
seen that.
Stuff that happens.
Okay.
Gopniks. He hangs out with
There's
the Gopniks,
another-
the babushkas.
There's another guy. Maybe I have watched a video of this guy or something.
He's done now. They actually kicked him out of Russia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of
He got
things
he got hauled in by the KGB and
because of things he
interviewed.
said
Yeah, kind of. It wasn't even
or
that
what he was
bad.
showing.
No, if like he's showing that, yeah, Putin's a jerk and he's freaking bombing Ukraine, or, you know, all this stuff. But
He
like,
might get disappeared.
there's still a billion other people in Russia who've just fucking trying to live their life.
Right,
dude.
right. You're right. Just trying
Right.
to be human.
And he was obsessed with the Soviets did these giant tile mosaics, giant ones, and he would like go to just some random city because he heard there's a
Sick one.
communist Soviet mosaic. Anyways, and then he goes to the Russian space shuttle copy.
Yeah, I was
And
going to
they
say
break into
that's
that one.
that's on. I mean, his first thing. It just says this video caused an international incident.
did.
Spaceship Discovery.
Yeah, that one's funny. But I watched 1,000 leading up to that one.
Raph said Shook is into the 3 C's, and Nick responded cooking, convertibles, and crime.
Has Nick been on here yet?
Nick Pausar?
Yeah,
No.
you should come on here. He's not as dumb as he looks.
No.
I'm recommending Nick to come on.
I had he and I broke bread at Roots. And it was a lovely
Okay.
time. It was a lovely time. In the
Yeah,
parking, in the
you
parking
guys
lot.
at the Roots, the triple triple 3-way podcast, and I'm like, dude, it's the Menage a Trois podcast, and you guys totally effed it up. Hello,
I didn't. I was just there. I was just
know.
there to have a
It was
good
good.
time. It was fun. It was very fun, actually.
I wasn't invited.
You weren't in the state.
it's because you're a loser.
Wasn't in the state?
There was
No,
definitely
it was
no
in New
BMWs
Jersey.
allowed there,
Oh, gross.
and it's in the farthest reaching
It's
corner
the,
of New Jersey.
The fucking right. It's the.
There's
it's
only
the,
5 minutes more down the road
Wait,
to
was-
go a little bit farther.
Was Roots where?
What's your pee hole called? Urethra.
Was that where John
Yeah,
was
it's the
posting all those
urethra
pictures?
of New Jersey. Yeah,
They look cool.
yeah. I was there.
Was
I
it,
went.
maybe it was your pictures I saw.
Maybe
It looked chill.
you're invited next year.
Chill vibes.
Very chill. Very H2O esque.
Yeah, that's what
It's
it looked
H2O
like.
for adults.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I'll be that into it. No banana
No.
suits.
We don't,
No,
You're-
definitely
you're-
no banana
you're-
suits.
you're coming up a generation short. Ed.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to see you there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You can go. You just got to be on your best behavior.
So burnout.
And there's plenty of people that are who are looking to straighten somebody out.
Yeah. Like whole lot of opposite.
I'm not going to
of-
start any shit here, but please let me stop some shit. Let me tell you.
it very I don't know how to say this. You know that last percent, if you have 99 and you need to get to 100, there's a lot of that there.
Actually, I don't get that reference at all.
Me.
The
I
one
don't get that-
percenters.
I don't get
gang?
that reference.
Yeah.
1%.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
gang going on.
Dude, ridiculous.
Biker gang?
Ridiculous, yeah.
Oh
I-
yeah, that stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
that's separate from roots.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean? I'd pull up and be
Coexist.
like,
Yeah, no, that's separate.
brother.
No.
No, you won't. You wouldn't. There was a presence there, but I think that was because supposedly, from what I heard, they had their
Those
own
bikers
weekend,
are always there.
or they had their own weekend there too at some point.
No, so I've been to Roots. The last 2 years I've been there, and
Yeah.
it's also the same. It's biker weekend.
Yeah,
The same thing.
so it's not a fit, not like
all the
sanctioned,
restaurants
'cause I
have
guess
signs
they
up
were
that says no colors,
no colors inside.
no colors inside.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
El Diablos, brother.
It's just, exactly.
They're all
Moving
pretty nice guys.
moving along. Deep thought coming up this week. Let's see, we're 50. Wow, Jesus. we're
Fuck them arrow wipers.
50
Tim
minutes
Connors.
in. Are you going to do an Aero Wiper Discovery at Roots next year? Perhaps.
I
some
mean, at
team
Mark
up with
II
FCP?
Mayday. What?
Oh, is that tradition? It's Mark II May Day, I believe.
Well, yeah, because like that's my core
The
group.
tradition.
whatever. Yeah.
Right, right.
The Mark I guys are just rat boxes. They don't care. What the fuck? Oh, the wiper actually works. Cool. I don't care what it looks like. But the Mark II guys are a little bit stepped up. You know.
A little more dignified.
Yeah, definitely. I told you I was giving them away at Mark II Mayday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he teamed up with FCP.
Yes.
I'm just, I'm still hung up on you telling me that a bunch of boomers wouldn't like an old V8 doing a burnout.
It's the fact that the people who are organizing the event don't want it to turn
Yeah.
into old school H2O.
That's the problem. Keep all that
So the
riffraff out.
1% would be like, hell yeah, brother. That's what you're telling me, though.
No. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I'm telling you that 1% would be like, hell yeah, brother, come here. I'm going to kill you.
I don't know. I think they'd be like, do it
Or
again.
just kill you. No, to be fair, there wasn't a lot of that. Chair's fucked up.
It's mega fun.
Yeah, like the root of it just fucking
The roots.
spilled its guts like
gone
2 weeks into
Old
ownership.
H2O. It's all over the fucking place.
That's exact. Yeah, just destroyed forever.
like I'm gonna come across this table. Like, don't rag on Roots. Like, Roots is the fucking shit.
Yeah,
My
that's-
brother is like getting married that weekend, and I can't go next year if they have it the same weekend. And
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, I'm
You're
gonna be
upset.
upset for the next 11 months.
How could
about
you
it.
not go? You have a full year.
My
to
brother
call
told
out.
me, he's like, dude, don't fucking come. Go to the show. My mom was like, you're dead to me if you don't come to your brother's
Oh,
wedding.
that, yeah. Just show
Where's
up
the
and then
wedding?
leave same
Can you
night.
convince him to like have
I
it
think
close?
no, I think I could make it there for Sunday, but then like it's the whole vibe. I want to be there for freaking 3-4 days.
Right.
I mean, Josh, you left
Yeah.
New England
Yeah.
to go. I mean, how big is that? Ed? This guy left New England. Like, I didn't think he knew how to get past Connecticut
There's
anywhere. I have no idea. Like, New York City was the farthest you would ever go.
Yeah,
You did it.
there's nothing else.
You right. There's
It's
nothing else.
Just
to you.
Massachusetts, New
You
York City.
left.
I like the
you
idea
left
that
New
it's
England.
close. How
It's not. It's
not
as far
close.
as H2O is,
It's
but
6 hours?
it's still in
It's
freaking.
I made it in 5 hours.
It is in the farthest reaching
Yeah, but
galaxy
how
of
far
New Jersey.
was it for you?
It's like 5 hours.
Yeah,
How
he
could
was
it-
also in a Mark II.
How could it possibly be 5 hours if it's 5
It's
hours?
actually
He was
more than 5.
in a Mark II. That's like I was driving.
Actually, I
the
was.
All right,
speed
in a
limit.
fucking normal person car.
It's 5 hours, 5.5.
I think
How
so.
is this making any? This math ain't math.
You get onto the New Jersey Turnpike at the tippy top by the
Yeah.
Tappan Zee Bridge.
And you roll
When that
on,
fucker ends, you're there.
yeah, when you
It's-
tap in the oil pan.
It's Route
No,
9.
actually, Garden State Parkway is
ridiculously
dream. Once you
smooth.
get to like Central New Jersey, it's
yeah.
like
Once you're
fresh as
past the
fresh.
James Gandolfini
Rest
rest stop,
Oh, a little couple.
When you hit the John Bon Jovi, you're
yeah,
flying.
yeah, you're on Route 9.
You're living. You're not living on a prayer. You're
Living-
flying. We had Shake Shack at the Judy Bloom. It was delicious.
It's Route 9, I believe, and it's smooth as ice, smooth as your ass cheeks, buddy.
You know, you hitting Bob. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I was trying to do the,
Christopher.
I was that's actually pretty good. I was trying to do it the other day,
Hey, how you doing?
and,
How you doing?
and I just couldn't do it. I can't do it for some reason.
He like talks with
love
his teeth.
Sopranos.
Calm. The calm is the one that I figured. That can be the most reachable, but I just can't get there.
It's like you gotta plug your nose and talk with your teeth.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Jesus fucking Christ. You know,
It's close. You almost have it. You almost get
it's
that.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's there. I think it'll come out.
Wow. What a tangent.
But yeah, Roots. definitely. I mean, I've talked about
Your
this.
first review of Roots, okay, and your first podcast did not do it justice, and I was yelling at the
I don't even
whatever
think I was here
device
for
I was
that.
yelling at. But then you brought it back up the following week and went
Yeah.
more into it.
How
Yeah.
do you get invited?
It just go.
How do you get? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you go if you don't?
There's
know
an
what it
actual
is?
show on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
VW specific.
Correct. Pre-2000 only.
Yeah. Like potato is not allowed.
pre 2000 only. That's the
Pre-2K
car?
only. Yeah.
Oh, for the show.
For
yeah.
the show. Yeah. Yeah. If you
makes the
pull into
models.
town in your 2005 Jetta, we're going to jump you.
Nice. That means I don't have to watch a singular.
Did you
Mark
go down
IV
the one
flyby.
road at the end of stairs where the road was just wildly, it didn't have potholes, but it was like half sunken, half up, and it was like a freaking ride driving your car down it?
No, I didn't see that
Oh,
one.
there's like a main drag.
Yeah.
And it just tilts and like, it looks like the road was wiped away by freaking erosion or something.
It'll just put you in 10 different directions
Yeah,
while
like
going
you're-
straight.
It was wild.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is legal in America?
A lot of things. But yeah, no, next year, I think if everybody would attend, it'd be fun. I think everybody would have a good time. Let's put it that
I
way.
thought it might blow up
When
this
is
year
it?
compared to the first year. It's the weekend after Labor Day every year. I
Yeah.
think that's it. I'm trying to convince him to move it one more so then I could attend
Mhm.
and attend my brother's wedding. But
Yeah.
Oh, so it's staggered.
yes,
Weekend
yes,
after
A
staggered.
weekend
the
after
same week.
staggered.
yeah, yeah.
What a loaded week.
Yeah, because I was at Staggered for that, and then literally went right to Jersey the following Thursday.
I couldn't
Friday.
believe
or
it. I
whatever
saw
it
him
was.
there and I was like, holy shit!
Wild.
Special permission to leave New England.
Yep, I signed my U.S.
That shows how
passport.
much you like John.
Yeah,
You
oh
went
yeah,
all the way to.
because he was the
you
only
went-
reason, he was the only reason I went.
I bet.
No, but
I'm sure.
but because of that, it's like, oh, okay, I like that enough where I might actually go.
Your mother was wiped by erosion.
$5 from Jordan in the chat. It's wonderful. What's that called? Geology? The erosion of rocks?
I guess so.
Like your mother?
Geology is study of rocks.
Study of rocks. Maybe maybe the erosion one. I thought there was something specific for that.
Dumb as rocks.
Glacial movements.
What?
Glacial movements.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Josh had a
Polar-
glacial movement before the podcast.
Polar caps. I did. That was glacial.
Glacial.
Slice of pizza went right through me,
Jesus
as
Christ.
they say.
Like a
That was good
bobsled.
pizza.
It was
Thank you.
good pizza. Yeah, no problem. Let's get into the B4B real quick before we get into some news and everything else. What is
Jordan's
the B4B?
mom gave me lunch money. God bless. $5 from Tuba Connors.
That's $5 for the boys.
Yep, that's it.
because Jordan's mom gave me lunch money.
That's it. $10 in the chat. Big shouts to everybody. It's a good time to segue into that. You can leave us some donations in the chat, or you can go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for a sustainable donation, which we call B4B. B for B is what, Shook?
Rent.
Bucks for the boys.
That's true. It is rent. That's
Rent.
rent insurance,
You call it donation. We call it rent, baby.
rent insurance, and podcast hosting.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
You mean you got insurance on this place?
Yeah.
Sick.
I don't trust anybody.
Not even his own mother.
No, it was a legal obligation. We had to make sure we had that. With that said, you can go to our website, revivalmotoring.com. I'm going to put this thing down, or else I'm going to keep tapping it. And you can sign up for a sustainable donation there of $2, $5, $10, $20. You can even manipulate that and give us, $22 if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
That helps us keep the lights on. It truly, truly does. As you see, we cannot pump out merch every other week. We offer you these podcasts every week for free. They're there for you to consume and listen. And in order for us to keep those moving, we need some help from time to time, every month. More
They
than time to time.
could donate $20, couldn't they, Josh?
They could.
They
sure.
could, yeah.
If you are a donator, you're going to automatically be entered to win some stuff every month. We already chose this month's winner. Matter of fact, I believe he already received his package. I have a lot of packages. are
Stuff
going
that
out.
we make with our hands. Mostly Josh, but we.
Correct.
French.
What do you got, a mouse in your pocket over there?
We.
We will send you some things from time to time as well, like some stickers or some air fresheners, or perhaps some holiday cards and things of that nature. We also rate each episode with a BPL.
Oh, right.
We're there.
But of course.
I have the BPL. Do you want to know what that BPL is, Shook?
What did NASA compute?
Am I going to be upset we don't use them anymore?
Yeah, we fired Brian.
Oof.
They're-
Except my office.
He upped the price.
Yep, he got way too pricey. Inflation. He says.
I was about to say, it's the price of everything's going up.
It's
Inflation.
crazy. Yeah. Brian,
Costs $5 to take
He
a
said,
shit.
you know,
nowadays.
with the recent turn of events, I said, Brian, listen, if it's anything more than free, I'm going to have to let you go.
not for us.
So now we use Corey and quantum physics.
That's true.
Corey's not here, so we're relying on quantum
He
physics.
actually just computed this using the Hadron Collider.
Oh,
we got
yeah,
that
yeah. No,
sorted,
no. I
so-
felt the vibration.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
in the world ended again. 11 cents a listen.
Okay.
We're at 11 cents a listen.
Well-
It's good because we're still above, single digits.
Where were we last week, though? Do I want to know?
15, I think.
There was one time I was on, and then like the next, because like I don't know what, but my episode was on.
Yep.
And like the next week, it was one of your highest ones ever, and I was like, yeah, it's because I was on.
That's right. Ever since I started, there's been a natural decline.
No, we've gone up and up, like a up and down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, like
so
a
the
roller
people
coaster.
love me. All right.
I have a technical question.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
It's off air, but like, if 1 million people downloaded the podcast,
Mhm.
is there any monetization through anybody?
No,
Oh,
no. Podcast itself wouldn't make any money other than if we were to throw a bunch of ads.
No, Scott.
you can hit monetize and they place ads
Yeah.
in the middle of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
Scott. Let me hit you with this. If 1 million people listen to us and they all donated a quarter, we could buy a Porsche GT3
We'd be in
RS.
real good shape.
No, you couldn't.
We'd be in real good shape.
What do you mean?
How old or which version? 250K is going to get you garbage. I'm just kidding.
I'll take any GT3 RS.
Okay.
I'm in at $241,000 starting.
That's how much money you made off this podcast?
No. That's how much we'd have to dedicate to a GT3 RS.
We'd say this is going to be a good podcast, but it's just a podcast because none of us have a GT3 RS.
It's true. It's very true.
Help us! God damn it!
We did have one new sub, but no message. But big shouts to Deborah C.
Deborah C.
Big shouts to Deborah C for subbing on B for B.
What if
Wait, what's the math on that? If
What
1
if-
million people gave us $1, it'd be $1 million. But
a
There's-
quarter?
we'll be
would
honest.
A
Would be
quarter
two.
would be 250.
no, not that
Oh,
math.
okay.
There's probably like,
Because even I can figure out that math, and I'm dumb as.
was there like 20 people that listen to us? So each of you has to give us like
No.
$15,000
No.
each.
$1 million. I
Hold
can't
on.
even
Why
imagine.
don't you do?
You 20 guys figure it out.
You guys do like a plan RM, which is revival motoring. So what it is you guys buy a GT3 RS and you divide it by all the shows, all the people are always on, and you guys get to share it. It's part of the show. You
So-
share the studio, you share the GT3 RS. It's a plan RM. Everybody gets to share it. Hey,
that
man,
would
it's
not-
it's your month with the RS. Oh, it's your week with it.
I don't think that would work at
I'll
all.
be
Shook
quite
is
honest
like,
with you.
guys, I took it to Lock City.
Yeah.
It's
I would-
no longer an RS. It's
I would
a,
fucking
it's a
take
4.
a shit right inside of it.
It's that
You're about to
wouldn't
give
work.
it back to
Yeah, no one.
John
'cause
Stairs and be
gonna
like, I'm going to
shit
leave
in it.
a fucking load in here.
Corey
Yeah, that
in the
would-
chat. Penis. Nice.
Kyle Britt.
Get that GT3 RS. God bless. Kyle Britt, $4.99.
Big
Yeah,
shouts.
thank
Big
you.
shouts. We only have a lot more to go.
After tax, we're looking at
I
all
am
of it.
I am happy that you want a GT3 RS. Like, I
Yeah.
thought you might say something else, but like her.
No, we
Something out
we
of-
were talking about that earlier today
okay.
at dinner. We were
I would like a
discussing.
Porsche.
Yeah, we're discussing them.
Good stuff. I got the race one in Vegas, a whole bunch. It was
That must
awesome.
have been fun.
It was.
That's
Except it wasn't a big enough track to like
really
shift
open
his
her up.
It was only you could
Third
whatever,
to
but
fourth.
It was like second, third, second, third, second, third,
Okay.
second, third.
The closest I have to Porsche is poor.
Gotcha. And at the
I-
end of the day, I got into a regular GT3, and the second turn I had the thing sideways because I was like, "Wow, it really is a difference."
Didn't have that extra.
Nope. It was also cold and
Yeah.
it's getting colder.
So that is the B for B, and that's how we keep this thing going. So we appreciate
the
you,
boys.
everybody.
I could be the sound effect
Um,
machine over here.
I don't think we had any reviews because I didn't get an email saying that we did. So I'm gonna go ahead and
I got a review.
forgo that. You got a review?
Yeah.
What are you reviewing?
The lack of our GT3 RS. 0 stars. 0 out of 0 stars.
How
yeah.
much coffee do you have to sell
Holy shit.
How much Coke do you have to sell to make a boat float? you
Let's
know?
see.
Famous words of Mac Miller.
Let's see.
Divide
that would
a
be
GT3 RS by one coffee.
no. We would have to.
Cost analysis.
We would have to sell a lot of coffee.
Exactly.
A lot of coffee.
Don't say it. Don't say it. 'cause
No,
then
no.
people be like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
you're making how much money?"
No,
You
no,
made-
I mean-
you made 75 cents on that bag of coffee I bought from you. What the fuck,
Our margins,
dude? You almost made $1 profit. What the fuck?
our
$1
margins
boys.
are razor thin. We would have to sell a
It's seasonal.
shit ton of coffee, like an obnoxious.
a metric shit ton.
It would be, it would be an obnoxious amount to the point.
Would it be counted in like a ship's tonnage?
We wouldn't be able
No.
to keep up with demand.
Right.
What kind of
I would-
army would you need to get that many bags of
That's
coffee?
the thing is like
Is that dollars or bags?
that. That would be cans.
Hey,
How much
how much is it?
aluminum?
Wait. How much is in a split?
Excuse me.
Like in a box?
That's 24 in a case. And we
A lot.
we order them
We'd have to fill.
we order them 500 at a time.
We'd have to fill the
tell you that.
garage.
Okay.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you
the
that.
garage. That side of the garage. Like not even that side.
The warehouse
That
is gonna
side of the
turn into
garage.
Chuck
a
just
coffee
walks in. He's like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck happened?"
I'm sorry, man. There's just 500 pallets of coffee.
We had to
there.
burn all the paper
Yeah,
because we
we'll-
need to
we'll
put
just-
coffee in here.
We'll get those right out of the way. We're
All right.
shipping them all out.
Look, Chuck, you have a decision to make here. Either you replace all of these with one much smaller, compact GT3 RS, or these are staying here.
Like I never shared that story, but yeah, I went
Force
to
his
Speed
hand.
Vegas with this work thing, and it was like you got like you're supposed to get 3 laps, but because they had these multiple activities you could choose, but everybody chose car racing, so they took over the whole Speed Vegas for the day, and it turned into a complete shit show. And like one of the instructor guys liked me or whatever, and he would just like give me the eye like every 15 minutes, be like, let's go another lap. Let's go. Good. And I ended up putting in like 20 something laps of the day or 20, whatever was the best.
Yeah, getting your time worth.
And I was the fastest guy that day too.
I don't know if Mitch R is in the chat, but big shouts to Mitch R because we just had. I don't know if it's coincidence, but just had another Beef for Beef sub.
Bucks for the boys.
Hey, you know, big
Hey,
shouts.
thanks, Mitch R. Is that Nick Paws R's brother?
Mitcher, you're the best.
I don't know.
Mitcher.
So let's cue these boys. I think your headphones might be loud because it's not queued up too loud. It's not potted up all the way.
It's fucking loud in my head.
I could pot it up real high.
Is that the news that his headphones are doing?
News.
Wait,
Loud.
did you not hear the news? Just me humming? Because
No.
that's embarrassing.
No, it was actually kind of loud.
I did
mine,
hit
too.
those notes though.
It was kind of
So
pretty loud, actually.
you're a place, Chuck.
Tesla fans blame 4-year-old child for Falcon Wing door closing on his head.
Is he all right?
I don't know. Let's dive right in.
He had it coming to him.
That's where I was going with this. I wanted to make sure he was alive still.
Let's see. The video below comes to us by way of
Mitch Ritter in the chat.
big
Picture.
shouts. Big
Picture.
shouts.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can. So theoretically, owners have been warned, but it also is completely responsible to think that Tesla should prioritize making sure that doors reliably detect
Dude,
when they're
how
not
many
closing.
4-year-olds' hands get closed on a regular car's door? Why is it a freaking news story? Moving on.
The sensors are wildly hit or miss, literally. I've had my driver's door swing wide open into traffic. I assumed it used the cameras or sensors to see passing cars. I've had my front wheel FWD not open because the sun was shining on it. I've had my FWD not closed because I've walked underneath it. Yet, I've seen families still get hit by them. I've had my trunk not open by using the kick sensor, but also closed in the middle of unloading groceries.
Actually, that happened to me with the Audi. I would walk up to put something in the trunk and it would start coming down. I'm like, what the fuck?
Let's see. Yeah, we're going to side with the this shouldn't happen and Tesla should fix it, folks. Not the that kid deserved what he got once.
Damn, they fucking told your ass. They knew you would be that guy. I'll be honest. You know what doesn't do that? My 2009 Honda Civic SI.
I mean, have you ever gotten your hand closed in a door as a child?
I shut my thumb in a door.
Yeah,
I
okay, there you
think-
go.
I went like
You're the
this.
same 4-year-old as a a car with all the technology they have. Guess what? Still going to happen.
We had a gravel driveway at the time, and I was on the brick walkway, so I was leaning into the car, and I opened the door, and then when I shut it, right
you never close the door in your hand or fingers?
No,
Josh?
I think I.
What are you, a fucking rocket
I think
scientist?
I became unscathed. I think I almost did.
What?
But I think my mom stopped it.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
know
I only
why?
have these fingers left.
It's good.
The only reason I remember doing this, and you're going to fucking get a kick out of this, is because it was the night of the release of Halo 2.
Nerd.
And I fucking slammed my sniper scope thumb in the door.
Oh my God! How'd you play after that?
Terribly.
Just couldn't do it.
Hurt like a bitch.
Wow. Yeah, that's got to be the shit because
Yeah, it was.
I mean it's Halo 2, so you already know how good the first one is. So
Yeah,
the
I was
anticipation's there.
Super fucking.
If it was
psyched.
Halo 1, you wouldn't even have known.
Not even a no.
Are you rolling up your sleeves to show off your Halo tattoo? Like, what are you doing?
Do you have a Halo tattoo yet? You gonna get the Warthog?
I need to get a Halo tattoo. I think.
What would your Halo? Would it be Master Chief?
I don't know.
His
now.
bust. Get Master Chief's bust
The
on your
Warthog
chest.
would be good with elites in it, and it
Get a
says
whole chest piece, the whole
That-
thing.
that's-
I
yeah,
should. The
you should.
ring,
Just
wrapped
like
around my back.
Instead of like the American icon or iconic stuff with the battleship and the flag, you should just get that with like the Warthog and
like
Master
a grunt
Chief's face.
on a stripper
just
pole.
something, just something. Whole.
I want to get 3 elites and a warthog, and it says warthog.
This fucking guy.
You know what? This is a super side note, but
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
you know what really bothers me? You ever watch Ink Masters?
No.
Okay, well, I saw a clip today, and this guy's like, what do you want? He's like, well, I want a dinosaur with a galaxy in his mouth, and there's Saturn, and I want a bunch of stars. It's like, bro.
Do you know how tattoos are done?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that guy.
No.
But, like, I would never be like, I need this,
You are aware.
this.
You are aware that there's people in the world who are that guy
It's
Yeah.
insane
for
to me.
everything.
It's wild.
I was like, yeah, I just want, like, a Viking. And my tattoo artist was like,
I'm just wasted. Give me anything.
he was like, you want skulls? I was like, I love skulls. You're like, I'm good with that, man.
The thing is, that's exactly how the conversation went. I do not doubt that.
100%.
But that's the thing is like for me with tattoos, one of my next tattoos is going to be the back of my head, and I can't decide if I want a giant lobster or a giant deer head.
Deer head.
Both are completely meaningless.
Deer head.
Other than the lobster because we're from New England.
No.
But
deer.
I don't know.
Deer.
It doesn't. So I'm
Get a
just
big 10-pointer, kid.
It's a fucking big old buck. But yeah,
Yeah, how are you going to fit the antlers back there?
Then you could do a
Just go to the
fucking
side.
hilarious.
wrapper.
I'm talking gigantic. Yeah,
Oh
just
my
like
goodness.
thump.
You
That's
could do
gonna fucking hurt,
hilarious
Josh.
deals for
Probably.
revival.
What's that?
You could do like buy one get one for $1. Then you punch him in the arm because it's a funny pun.
This buck's for you. Bucks for the boys is just
Yep.
the back
Oh
of my
my
head.
Oh,
It's
I would
literally
subscribe.
bucks for the boys.
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Let's see. What else do I have?
Jordan's
for you?
correct. Black wheels are good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
If you're stupid, you think they're not. Somebody told me they were tasteless recently. And then they bought the worst work or Volk wheels I've ever seen in my life. So I knew immediately that person was a complete troglodyte, which is a fancy word for caveman.
All right. Learn something new every day.
You're welcome.
Yikes.
Do you have any news? Did you bring any news?
Hold on, let me look.
Okay.
Mitch Ritter, tattoo of a QR code to B for B.
Could do that.
I'll get it if you,
You know what news I have? Shout out to our friend Paul McGraw and my funny story of being in Vegas for SEMA
Yep.
and going to the Olive Garden. While in
Unlimited
Oh,
Vegas.
in getting the Italian, the hell is it called?
Oh,
The Italian
tour of
job?
Italy.
Tour of Italy.
And only one of the items is actually an actual food in Italy. The other two items don't exist in Italy.
Oh, it's
But
the best.
anyways, you can buy the cheese grater. You can go into an Olive Garden and say, I would like a cheese grater. And they will sell you the cheese grater from Olive Garden.
Like
The
And
one
a
that they
couple of
grind your
people-
cheese with?
Yeah, and a couple of people that the Olive Garden actually gave them some cheese. Like, here, practice with this cheese.
that's amazing. We might need to.
That's on the list.
We might need to.
That's
see
my news.
That's
That's
we
my
do that-
revival motoring related news.
We
Nick-
did that on the journey
The
to
Journey. Yeah.
Where's the
Summit.
place? Summit.
The Summit.
Thank you. The Summit.
Nick Paws R.
You guys are tucking me into going now. You
Right?
Just,
Right?
You just mentioned Olive
We just make
Garden.
a-
I'm fucking.
we make like
Dude,
a.
I'll
That's-
sit in the back in the middle of the hump if we're going Olive Garden.
That's the
I
trip.
don't care, bro.
That's the trip. We just drive from here to Summit.
What's it
and
called?
the only place we can stop is
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
in
No
a
way.
Bucky's. In a
Well,
Bucky's.
there's
We gotta go-
I don't
we
know if
gotta
there's
go-
a Bucky's
I
up
don't
that
think
way.
there's
We go all the way to
Buc-ee's.
Texas and then back.
There
up.
is Waffle Houses.
Yeah, Cumberland Farms. They
Hibachi
get those-
Waffle House
South.
breakfast, Olive Garden lunch and dinner.
Yes.
Cumberland Farms is the waffle chicken sandwich right now.
There's no Cumbies out there. There's Wawa's.
Wow,
Bucky's are coming.
Yeah.
What's it called when you have the list and you got to complete it in a certain amount of time?
The bingo card.
It's kind of like a bingo card. We could do bingo card.
Scavenger
hunt.
Yeah,
Revival motoring scavenger hunt.
that would be pretty
Trip
fun.
to the summit.
That would be pretty fun.
And it's not Mount Washington, bitch.
What would be really fun?
Good luck getting Josh out of New England.
What would be really fun is if we put our suggestions as well as like listener suggestions into a hat and fucking
You're never gonna get there.
And then the first,
and
we have
pick,
to do like
but
20 of them.
only do like I don't know,
oh, yeah,
a certain amount.
random pick.
But we
of-
pick them, and it's got to be like
It's got to be 20 minutes
Shook's
from
got
this
to open
road
mouth
we're
kiss a
taking.
kangaroo at the zoo.
Oh my god, that
I'm
sounds
just
like
saying.
some real jackass stuff.
I don't know. Maybe it's an idea. I have an idea for another long trip too that I really want to do. Really want to do.
I mean, I have a car to do a trip. now.
That's my main story topic for tonight. Was my really long trip to the south in my car.
I enjoy that. We can talk about that.
Later.
Also, if anybody's familiar with Sung Kang, he's in Tokyo Drift.
Fast and Furious.
He is going to be directing a live action Initial D movie.
Nice. I like that.
And one of the first comments I seen on the post the other day was, "Great. You think 86 prices are high now."
That's true.
And they're not wrong.
They're going to have to fucking probably ruin a couple of them just to make the show.
Well, movie cars, we know from our
Experience.
friends, they're just made. They're kind of shells of themselves, if you will.
Oh, okay.
So, there are certainly some that do get ruined along the way, but they try not to ruin
You don't
them.
want to ruin any Hachirokus.
Right.
What'd you say? Hadouken.
Hachirokus.
Excuse me. Gesundheit. Let's see. Oh, Formula D. You want to discuss Formula D? That took place.
Oh.
Chelsea Denofa
Has retired.
clenched the championship.
But he retired
Also
first.
retired.
Retired from racing.
From
Retired from
Formula
FD.
Drift.
What's he gonna go do instead?
Doesn't matter.
He was the
won.
highlight of my Formula Drift year with
It
that one
doesn't-
reel
Right.
telling the other guy to
Right.
put his car in a
It
trailer.
doesn't
Get the fuck
matter.
outta here.
He quit and then won it all.
Yeah. Closed out, left as high as you can go.
Drop the mic.
Um,
But wait, he said he was retiring before he won it, or he like
Yes.
I'm winning, I'm
before.
out of here.
No, before.
Oh, okay.
Before.
Yep.
Which is the most
True, like
hot
three-
mic
Kind of
drop.
baller ass thing.
Yeah.
3-ish days before, 3-4 days before the event took place, and he won.
Just shit in his hands and clapped all over him.
So there's speculation on the internet. Everybody's gonna have their opinion. I don't know. I'm sure some people know, but we certainly don't know what he's gonna do. Might be involved in another series or something. That seems to be trending in that direction. I think not necessarily. It's not like direct competition with FD, but another series out there that's very popular.
Adam LZ World Tour.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know if it's that in particular, but
I mean, you've
maybe
seen
a
that.
combination of both. The Drift Master stuff.
Yeah, the Drift Masters in Poland thing.
My
Did you
point-
see that? Like, how is
exactly.
Chuck not there?
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Like I'd kill for something like that.
I'm not like a
stateside.
crazy Adam LZ fan, but a good friend works
Yep.
with him now, and so I just been watching him more or whatever, and like that looked pretty wild.
It was crazy. It's one of the
And,
craziest things I've ever seen motorsport wise.
The
'Cause
most I've watched Formula D was the one that Adam LZ won in the whole weekend.
The
or
Jersey
whatever.
thing.
Yeah,
That matter of fact, that was probably one of the only events I watched from 16 to finish.
yeah. Okay.
Oh,
The Chelsea D'Onofrio reel piece together is
It was
one of
amazing.
the greatest
one right.
pieces of Formula
News.
Drift artwork
Exactly.
ever done.
Imagine
So-
just packing your shit on the fucking trailer with the W.
Ford was packing it on his trailer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you just come on.
Yeah, I mean it's
Like,
athletes.
I imagine him leaving.
He-
He's
he's
like, "Fuck you."
He's not
fuck
retiring
you,
like I'm never
fuck
driving
you.
a car again. He's like,
No,
I'm not
no.
No, it's
participating
just-
in Formula D.
He's just done with that.
No, he's just
yeah.
not competing at the highest level of drifting.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's a matter
and
of
that's the
opinion.
thing is that exactly. I was just going to say it's
Matter of
complete
opinion.
matter of opinion now these days.
Well, that's why he left. He left because Formula Drift is less about style.
Oh,
Kind of. If you read, he's like,
don't
you
get me going because that's the one thing I hate about drift.
style.
No, the motorsport, but there's a judge. The word motorsport to me is some sort of timed event.
Well, that
Right. Right. Did you see? I've seen it stream. I don't even know what it's called.
Extreme Elimination Challenge
No, that's great
with
too.
Kenny Blankenship.
One of the best shows. He used to fall asleep to that show. There's like a thing. I don't even know what it's called. I wish I could remember. It was on YouTube. It popped up on my algorithm, and it's basically time trial drifting. You versus one other competitor, and you are truly racing to the finish.
drift racing.
It's like drift racing. It's weird.
I could see.
I
that.
mean, I liked. So wait, you're saying so? You know,
So
I've since last time I was on, I've got a full drift education because
I don't think
going to
drift,
Grid
everything
Life,
has to be
my
about
friend working with
Yeah.
Adam, just this whole rabbit hole of drifting. When before I couldn't tell you the first effing thing about it.
Yeah.
The Drift Masters in Poland. I mean, you can see their angle they're coming in at. So like, how much judging goes on with Drift Masters Poland? Because I was like, they got it pretty set up, pretty good. Like what?
because
There's
it's
no,
not,
there's no drift. There's no judging. I mean, if the judging is like that guy's got way more angle, that guy doesn't have as nuts.
Did he hold it? How
Correct.
fast are they going? Did he decel? All that stuff comes into play, but it gets
Okay, but it's not real judging because you can see that pretty clear. Like, oh, this guy, what? I'm like,
there's
Right, it seems. You mean it seems pretty obvious? Like when somebody
like
wins,
that guy
and
was
loses.
drifting better because he's fucking sticking it out there. Whatever you call hanging it out there.
Yeah,
yeah, just
you know what I mean?
hanging
And-
on to a good line.
Right, you know.
or I mean,
There's a
you
lot
can
of
see a
different-
good follow as well. Like, holy
Yeah, the guy
shit,
behind
that's
is
just-
like, I'm totally sideways and you're totally screwing this up. And like, you know, yeah.
Well,
You know,
that's-
the lead guy's screwing it up.
it is difficult to because there's always going to be opinions. There's always
Shout out to Tobias and the Drift Talk.
there's always going to be you know, different points of view, and not everybody's going to agree. I've seen it firsthand. Like,
I hear you.
it's
That's Formula Drift is, it's like almost like golf versus
no, because golf there's a clear winner.
no, it's
My-
it's like golf versus disc golf. So like
I don't know anything about that.
so golf is like super in a way like proper with like
Yeah, okay.
collared shirts, and then disc golf's like dudes drinking beers and fucking
Right.
throwing discs.
There's Major League Baseball and then there's the beer softball.
Beer
league.
league,
Exactly.
right.
Like
Yeah, but my point with Formula Drift, Lock City Drift, okay, Lock City Drift too, and it's grassroots thing. Like, you need one huge body to make the ultimate and get all the sponsors, so all those drivers, manufacturers can get all the monies. Like, there's NASCAR Cup,
Right.
the top level of NASCAR. Kyle Belcher knows all about it. The United
you
States
mean-
needs. It doesn't need 30 different brands. It needs everybody in on one, so everybody can get freaking paid.
So,
dude.
and that's part of the problem is I think you're going to see more and more branches branch off.
That's bad news. That's
Yeah,
what happened to
'cause-
the skateboard industry.
Yeah.
Formula Drift, I think most of those guys they fund it themselves. I
Some
mean,
of
they,
those
they,
guys,
get-
yeah,
they have
but-
sponsor deals,
That's
but
I was going to say a lot of them have to sort out their own programs. I mean, just for like, which is a full-time job in itself for themselves to make sure they can get to the point. Yes, they have deals from manufacturers, but I don't.
Formula Drift, Formula One, that's how it should be. The top freaking
Right.
level, the like as Jimmy Oaks calls it all the time, pro level car. You know, that's what this should be.
well,
There should even be like
that's what Formula Drift is. It's pro level.
But it's
I know,
not.
but
it's not.
He's talking about Chelsea D'Onofrio. Go join some other one, and it helps to elevate that series. Now you have two competing series, and it's never going to work.
That's
the same in sports
it's
car
just
racing.
FD just isn't as big as a NASCAR. That's what we're
Yeah,
saying. It's
that's-
just like drifting in general. I think it's on
But
the
everybody-
uptick. I think
I
it's
do, but
certainly
I
on
think
the
everyone should be
uptick.
working together more
Yeah.
to get it popular. And be honest,
Well-
all get paid more money.
the whole reason why a lot of people are not stoked on Formula Drift, it's because it's no longer even about what real drifting is to most of the guys driving. They don't like how the cars look. They don't
Poor
like how much
setup.
power you have. They
Yeah.
don't like the
Yeah,
tires.
the tire size.
They
and
don't
all
like
that
the
jazz.
grip. They don't like the track. You have to have 1,000,000 horsepower to
But
do
it's
the
the same
track.
thing they have in football and they have it in Formula One. They meet every year and talk about technical regulations. How can we make it better? Yo, we're gonna come up with a wing
Nobody's
that
opens
opens
that.
and closes.
That's the thing.
Nobody's
What
doing
are
that.
competition committees, the NFL. Every
Yeah.
year they meet the competition committee to
And they take away
better
more.
ways for competition, but also everybody should understand this is entertainment.
Yeah.
Football is entertainment. ESPN, what is the first word of ESPN? Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's about entertainment. So they should be like, if all the drivers like, yo, we want to run a skinnier tire, blah, blah, blah. F it, let's do it. All right, we want to have a budget cap so people aren't blowing it out. You
Well, I
know.
mean, look at what NASCAR does because, again, teams are backed differently. However, there's a governing body so that all cars are similar. And the competition committee, everything. Like the playing field
The
is.
only problem with that is you can't have one car for drifting.
No, I know. And that's why drifting's,
Because then-
again, into Scott's earlier point, especially in something that's judged that's not defined with a time or a finish line, it's very difficult.
Yeah, but if one car is 1,100 horsepower and the other car is 1,195 horsepower in the drifting competition, that doesn't fucking matter.
I don't think so. No, 100 horsepower doesn't
But
matter.
if they're all on a
Maybe.
whatever a 245 tire instead of
Right.
whatever,
right,
there you
because
go.
then you're
There you
limiting
go.
the tire size.
How about
right,
how
you're
about a
just-
steering angle limit? The tire can only turn X amount of degrees. Boom. I mean, they should put me in fucking charge of that shit already. Commissioner Scott, Formula
I think
D
the whole-
Commissioner,
the whole
Drifting
thing is
Commissioner of America.
they
And
don't
I
e-
only
I
learned
don't
about
think-
drift like this year.
I don't think many guys even want to drive FD because
What? Okay.
of the cars.
All right,
and
now I'm going to
stuff.
ask some questions as a noob to drifting. I was into maybe trying it for 5 minutes, but anyways, is there a Japanese series of drifting?
Yeah.
Why is
There's
there not a
there's-
World Series of drifting? Why
There's
is there not?
FD Japan. Well, again, because I think to your initial point, these teams aren't big enough to have like one person go, oh, you know what? Let's get a car to that place now too. That's why it's
They need
very,
a commissioner of drifting.
It's
Sign me
very
up.
much
Trying to be employed by the end of next year.
It's very specific to being regional, being
I guess the cost.
FD's
You're right.
just-
There isn't that cost that we can travel the globe.
That's why, for instance,
Whatever.
James Dean's probably one of the bigger examples
literally.
because he would drift in European events, but then he had his European car, still has his European cars set up.
I mean, Adam LZ is getting
And
that way,
drives
like, I'm going to keep
right,
this car
and
in
he's
Europe.
gonna
I'm gonna do
he's
this.
building a V36 for Europe
Yeah.
in particular. But then James Dean also has the RTR stuff, which he drives in FD. So it's just like I think just the logistics of getting that stuff across the world is where
Yeah.
it's tough.
Well, did you watch Clutch Kickers poll and that stuff?
I watched
Some of it.
Adam LZ, the Polish Drift Masters, the whole lead up and
Is-
how it works.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Jimmy was driving in that Ready 36? Same
Uh,
event or no?
No,
Clutch
Jimmy went there and visited. He didn't drive.
yeah, he went to Drift Masters. He didn't drive in Drift Masters, but he drove in some other events, like some shows.
Adam
and some
LZ
demos.
World Tour Canada. He's
Yeah.
in Australia now.
Gotcha,
I'm
gotcha,
also now become like a Jimmy Oaks
Big
fan.
buff.
I talked to him at SEMA and I was like, "This is a nice guy.
Yeah,
He's just trying to
yeah.
do his thing."
Yeah, it's a great dude.
And I want nothing but success for everybody.
I like
And Spoon is hella talented. Hella.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's good. He painted my EK.
I'm pretty sure Spoon is one of those people like, I'm not a master of that, but I'm going to figure it out. And
Yeah,
then he
just
figures
does
it
it.
out like really
Absolutely.
good.
Yep.
But yeah,
No,
no, like, so my first drifting, so I went to Grid Life this year, just flashback. It's my first exposure to drifting.
Yep.
I learned so much. I didn't speak up enough to get a ride along, but it turns out I could have got a whole bunch of ride alongs
Yep.
because I just end up knowing all these people. It's weird. But, you know, I was just peppering people with questions because I needed all the answers. Like, why is this? Why is this, that, the other? Cha, 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 cha. You know, Ryan Turek's, the Scout
Yep.
pickup truck, whatever. Like that's his own truck. It's not even like built for a series at this time. Like, I was like, yo, this is a monster pro level looking project. And it's not even like built for a series. It's just for you to like go out and have fun
It's
at
built
this time.
for him, built to go to
Right,
demos
right.
and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But that's the thing is like he has to do all that stuff to stay relevant in the
Correct.
YouTube game, and then
Correct.
big enough to bring the crowd to then work with
Toyota
other
and Rain-X.
exactly to then fund
But
the FD program.
He's right there with Jimmy Oaks and Spoon, who threw a LS3 supercharged in an E36 and we're like,
Overnight.
we drove it around the block.
Yeah.
We're hitting the track. And they hit the second quarter. They went off the track. I mean, I loved it. And then, but then again, the Ford Mustang, like, I don't know if it's an RTR one, but it's a Falcon one. You know, I made the joke like,
Oh,
is
right,
the Falcon
right.
guy in special tires because he's making twice as much
The
smoke,
smoke, yeah.
as everybody else. Like, not even close. Literally twice as much smoke as everybody else. Insane.
Yeah.
Different. It's a different driving style. Like he's just foot to the floor. The
I
wheel
was gonna
speed
say
is
the wheel
high.
speed
so
as
the
well.
smoke is
right.
high.
I've learned all that, but like the first thing, I'm like, why is that car exactly same thing? Everything's faster, but and then Adam LZ, same thing as the Scout. His 4-rotor. I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy crap! It's like a full billet 4-rotor. I never seen one in real life. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see it on the internet, interwebs or whatever. And I'm like, it's fucking naturally aspirated too. And then they're having all these problems and he's panicking and my buddy's working for him. So like, I'm not bothering him or whatever, but I was like, how fucking wild is that you got a Supra and then you put a billet 4-rotor in it and then it's naturally aspirated where, you know, like all the kids want turbo, this and
Yeah.
that. And I was like, this is some wild shit. And this is like, it's not even built for a series. Like they built it for YouTube and to
to
come
have.
out to a few of these events a year and thrash the shit out of it. And that's what they all did.
So
Turek broke the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Adam broke the freaking 4-rotor. Like
Yeah.
Jimmy didn't break the E36 for the next event he did. But I mean,
Smoke that fucking.
So- Totally
so
into
one thing I just thought of that's a perfect example. Think of skateboarding, and you said it before, and I look at it from a BMX standpoint of like
same thing.
the way drifting is, it's very similar because there's going to be the big industry-backed companies and big industry-backed
It's
drivers,
going to be the X Games.
and then there's everybody else who just makes
Bone deaf.
sick-ass parts and drops crazy videos and are fan favorites.
Oh, I hear you.
That's
I
where
just, like, let's just say there's some YouTube builds out there. Like, what is it? BS or Build.
Yeah.
I built that Mustang and saw it at SEMA. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was like, the body work and this.
I know
It did not
the
look
old
good.
one.
The mid-engine.
Yeah, the old one.
It
or
was.
whatever.
I literally was like, oh, what is this thing? Whatever. And then I was like, oh my God, I put all it together and realized what it was. But then I look at Ryan Turek Scout and Adams 4-rotor.
Yeah.
Holy freaking extreme level. Like, how much does that motor cost Adam LZ?
I don't know. Does he have that
30,000 plus.
dude
Who
Angel
knows?
build it or
To
whatever?
be honest, they probably hit him with the bill and he didn't even look at it. He probably just handed the card.
Anyways, but
Yeah.
whatever. I'm into it. I mean, I don't know. Grid Life was great.
Grid Life is amazing.
Here I am
I'm
slapping
into-
God's motor into an E36. Like I'm never gonna fucking be able to afford a house. No shot.
Well, actually, you can spend all your because the house problem is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But
It's not a good time.
what I was going to say, I lost. This weekend, I'm I'm sad I'm missing it, but obviously the logistics of getting there would be impossible. Laguna Seca Grid Life is this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking ridiculous. I can't
All the
wait to watch.
all the Hoonigan boys are all getting all
Yeah.
their shit, but
Yep.
it's the same as Ryan Turek is an East Coast New England guy.
Yeah.
Adam LZ originally from Connecticut. I mean, they're all going to the Lime Rock.
I
ones,
just
you know
want
what
to see
mean?
that the corkscrew get drifted.
Me too.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Like the uphill straight.
There'll be
like,
plenty
how
of
the
stuff
fuck-
on the internet, Josh. Don't worry.
I know. I know. But after being there and seeing it in person, it's like, fuck, that was fun.
Dude, I just learned so much that day, that weekend, and then watching the follow-up videos, everybody's, Larry
Yep.
Chen's videos, Jimmy's, Adams, Ryan's, all those, like, I feel like I learned so much, and I was like, damn, I really can't hate on drifting anymore because that's some fucking sick
Again, I
shit.
say this all the time. It's the closest I've felt to being at a skate park.
The cool part
with
about
cars.
it
I
is
could see why it's popular, and I'll be honest, I
But
want
with
it to be
cars.
nothing but more popular. I guess I don't want it to be a big sellout thing, but I look at those RTR built cars that they use in Formula 1D that I did a whole deep dive on. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, you know,
Oh, it's crazy.
Ford builds these NASCAR motors and NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
Those Formula D cars are engineered by fucking Ford.
Yeah.
Not some bro in his garage.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Working
like,
with
that
RTR to
shit-
meet the specs and stuff, but like it's
fucking-
crazy.
Right. It's fucking
it's the-
super pro level shit.
It's-
I just whatever.
And it's no surprise. RTR's podiumed damn near every event this year.
Fucking V8 baby.
That's
Built
one of the things
Ford
though I loved
drifting.
about Grid Life was all the different freaking motor stuff. Like it was wild. Like
Yeah.
there's so
So many
I will
different
never
things.
miss Grid Life again at Lime Rock.
It's cool that
Yeah.
there is a motorsport that's not time based. That's like breaks the mold.
I don't know, whatever. I'm not,
How else would you
Who
have a
knows?
motorsport that's not time based? Monster trucks.
I don't know. I love cars so much. That's why I'm on this podcast. Like fucking anything cars.
Monster trucks are technically timed though. You have a certain amount of time to trick out.
And some of the hill climbs are timed, right?
Yeah, everything
Even
is
those
racing.
Motorsport is
crawlers and the
timed.
It's
4x4
racing, racing,
4x4
racing,
stuff,
racing.
Yeah.
And then
Everything is timed.
drifting is
Motorsport
like
equals timed.
hit that point as fast as you can, and you stay on his door.
But in my opinion, no motorsport is beating the shit out of their fucking vehicles like drift guys. Oh my god.
Rally's close.
Rally's beating up with the suspension. It's not beating the motor. I mean,
Unless you
Just-
send it off Pikes Peak.
I know, but I'm just saying, you would, okay. The grassroots level of rallying is still not bouncing off the rev limiter like
Right.
the fucking drift
Right.
boys.
So I mean,
Just
to the point, I
fucking going
think there
nuts.
was a conference at PRI related to motor building, and basically they even got into it. And to summarize, the guy said, "Yeah, no matter all the stuff we do, no matter what we design, motors aren't made to last bouncing off the rev limiter for hours upon hours.
Every
upon
other
hours upon
motorsport
hours."
changes the fucking gear when you hit the thing.
Right. That was the
Drifting is,
gist.
hold it there, brother.
Yeah.
What's insane to me though is
They're the best. Sorry.
knock on wood, but Taylor's been bouncing that fucking 1J or 2J off limiter since 2017.
Everybody's going to get, there's always going to be that indestructible
Right,
motor,
right.
like always.
Or,
I'm
I
just
mean,
not understanding
even,
why it's still together.
Even JP,
JP's
his
motor
SR
lasted 8
for
or
a
9
while.
years.
Yeah.
And
It's just
a 10,500 RPM.
The Jimmy Oaks video from Adam LZ Canada, and he says, "Any of you kids' dads work for GM warranty this shit for me?" And I was like, "Oh my god, that's a hilarious line." That he's actually for the kids' dads. Oh my god.
I mean, and that's another part of drifting too. It's like it's such a spectacle. You've seen it firsthand. 'cause
I'm never gonna miss it
at
again.
Grid Life,
Dude, okay.
that's the
first time they went out. Okay, this is the first time everybody's out on the
on
track
Friday.
on Friday. I'm
Yeah.
there, first drift session. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. So you come down the straightaway, and I don't know each turn's name or whatever, but you come down. They got a basically a U-turn.
Yeah.
And
Under
then you
the
got
bridge.
a long lefter, right? Like a U-turn on the bridge, and you got a long lefter. They're 4 deep, switching the switchback through a cloud of smoke, seeing nothing. No one can even see, but I know that they're switching back in this cloud of smoke, 4 deep, going through, not even knowing right on top of the car in front if it even made it through the cloud.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I have to watch these
Oh, you're
people.
talking about the mirror?
No, like there was so much smoke. The guys are coming in this way and then switching to this
Yeah,
way.
they mirror.
There's so much smoke though.
Yeah, they
How
can't
do you even
see.
know the other car hasn't spun out in front of you?
Yeah.
Missed the thing. Because I mean, there's amateurs out there, and there's fucking Ryan Turek and the Falcon guy. I forgot his name, but
That's why you got to pay attention to who you're following.
right. But I was like, oh man, I gotta watch these in cars. Like maybe they can just see a little better. No, they're not seeing shit, and they're just fucking going for it. And I was like, that is ballsy.
Yeah.
Also, highlight of the weekend, Colette Davis. She is having a problem with a Corvette. There's some guy working on it, and she's not cussing him out, but you can see she's not happy, right? And maybe like a 40-year-old guy and his wife, you know, I'm old. I'm a little older than that, but not that much older, but they're younger than me, and they have like a 8-9-year-old daughter, whatever. And the mom like says something to Colette because I'm pretty sure the dad is just watching all these videos.
Yep.
So the daughter's sitting with her dad, and Colette stopped what she was doing, fucking turned on the charm, got down on a knee, showed this girl her car for fucking like 10 minutes. And I'm like, Colette Davis, you are the nicest, bestest person on the face of the earth.
Just a great.
And
yeah.
this girl was so hyped. So like Colette was trying to tell her like get in the car, and she was like, no, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not getting in the car. And then like even the mom's like, don't let her don't have her get in the car. But like it was just wild, and I was like, look, like so good. That's what you need, especially a female talking to a young female. Like I was like, Colette Davis is the fucking best. I don't know her from Adam. I don't.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't even.
It was
I
just
know
good
she's
to see.
Adam's girlfriend. She has a following, whatever. But I was like, dude, she turned it right on. She was pissed off. It was like, oh, hi. Like,
Yeah.
got down into, oh, it was the best ever.
Yeah.
Warmed my heart.
That's
Colette
great.
Davis is
That's
good
good to
people.
hear. It's good to hear.
That was another thing. But, dude,
Why don't you go to Lock City?
I have to work every Saturday, and, like, my time is limited, but I'm trying to fix that.
Once you get
I do
that,
want to go.
once you get that sorted,
the
we'll
other,
get you in
just another
all
thing,
sorts
too,
of
like,
cars.
I know a lot of people. So, like, when I show up at Lime Rock, I have, like, let's just say I have some friends that turns it into a very VIP adventure for me.
Yeah.
It's always fun when you're like VIP status.
Yeah. That's hard to.
So going to Lock City would be fun, but like if I just showed up by myself, I'd be like, oh, where am I supposed to stand? What's happening over here? Like, I don't fucking know. But, go with you guys would be one thing.
I'm sure Lynch would give you a presidential tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shout out. So the following weekend after that was Lime Rock Historic. So they race.
Oh, yeah.
historic
How
race
was
car.
that?
It's the best because we ended up hooking up with last year, Michael Herzen at the time. He was president of marketing for FCB Euro. He's moved on. He does independent marketing stuff. He works with lots of people. But he still like does marketing stuff for Lime Rock. The whole FCP deal with Lime Rock, Michael was the guy who did it. And he just has the run of the place. And because we're paddocking with him and we're his buddies, we now have the run of the place.
Yeah.
And it's just the best weekend ever. I drove, an hour each way for 3 days in a row, back and forth, just to hang out there all day. All sorts of fun. His car breaking, our car breaking. It's just the best. And when you have friends like that, like the whole weekend, like it would have been fun if it was just me, my friend Josh Brown, and I.
Yeah.
But it's freaking Michael, bunch of other FCP boys.
Yeah.
And it's a whole thing. And then like you roll up to this concierge center with all the special people pay all this money. And Michael's like, just take whatever you want. There's all this free stuff. You just take it. And then there's like all special seating areas. Like, yeah, just sit down here, watch whatever you want. It's the best. So shout out Michael Hertzen.
Yeah.
He's the best. He made the weekend like fucking
Made it
nothing
happen.
better than feeling like a VIP, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of those cars, well, in some of like the stock photos and videos, I don't know if that's actually true from the track, but a lot of those cars look really sick.
Okay, so Michael is racing his E30. It's been raced in AER. It's been raced. Let's just put it that way. It's very raced. It has a lot of vinyl on it and a lot of, I'm going to make this look okay. And Michael's extremely fast, TCR champion, I think 2019 with the VW FCP, whatever. He knows how to, he's a pro racer. He's been racing forever. And he's racing this Lotus Cortina, which is little tiny four banger, rear wheel drive. The paint is as good. The whole build is like full on show car. And this dude is trying to stay ahead of Michael, not like hanging out drift style, but like on the limit, on the edge, 9.8 out of 10s all the time. And Michael can't get by him and they're having the best time. But like, there's Michael's car. And then there's this dude's car. This dude's car is like 100 G's. The paint is unbelievable. Like when he gets back into the pits, like he gets out and like mechanics come out of the woodwork and start fixing it.
Right. Just wiping it down. And
everything's perfect. But like, Michael's here in his E30 with like his 500,000 miles on it, whatever. And there's a 60s Lotus Cortina. It was just wild. It's a great weekend.
It's cool to
slow
see.
power steering fluid leak.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
that BMW fun.
Michael's car has already spit out the coolant 3 times by the weekend. Oh, it's the best. Oh, man. Lime Rock Historic is a good time. But again, what makes it a good time, that's why I want to shout out Michael. He'll probably never listen to this, but dude, you make it the fucking best time ever. Me and Josh were just talking about like, dude, this shit is a great weekend.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, Michael, you're just commandeering golf carts. You're just doing whatever you want. It's the best. It's the best ever.
Gets the run of the place, like you said.
Sorry.
That's FD.
I do that at Lock City. I just take.
Is that enough drift talk? Because Tobias will
Well, we also, again, BDE, James Dean, who almost flipped his car after he was hit this weekend by Matt Field, sent him into the wall. Car rode the wall, rode up on the wall
considerably,
and basically board slid the wall on the door.
50-50 or board slide?
Well, it's 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
dark slide 50-50.
Yeah, it was like flipped and it's.
I think I saw it. What color was this car? Was it the
it's
full
a
RTR?
Mustang. RTR that's like silver and black with some
but
orange
the
accents.
silver one, yeah. So yeah. I think I saw like a crowd shot of it.
Yeah. There was footage and photos all over.
Yeah, from the infield.
Are you telling me there was a wild crash in motorsports? Get the fuck.
You don't usually see these ones in FD, but he effed up his shoulder and still drove the next day. So that this car was properly muffed up. And the RTR team got it back together and got him back out there the following day. And his shoulder's like in a sling, and he still went out there and drove. So
that's sick.
Big shouts to him. What else do we have for news?
They're doing freaking motor swaps all night long, like Friday into Saturday to get the car back out there. And the old timers who are all camping in the track, they all just stand around and drink beers and like watch these two dudes.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, hanging out.
Watch what
You're
people
fucking doing it wrong.
Billy, you missed that bolt over there. You missed that one bolt.
In crazy car news, we've talked about the Nissan Z Nismo
I
once
like
or
that
twice.
Lego over there.
The what?
The Lego Nissan.
Oh, the
It's so
the
Lego.
white
I can't
GTR.
tell if it's no. The yellow.
That's a
That's
Supra.
Supra.
Oh, I was about to say I can't tell if it's a new Z or an old Z. But it's not even a Z. It's a Supra.
No, it's a BMW Z4.
Oh yeah, and
Same
then
color as
and
the
then
one you guys had way back
Countach.
in the day.
I know.
That I smashed my head going into.
One of the worst ingress egress
Oh my god.
doors I've ever experienced. The first time I just smashed my head in as
Yeah.
well. Just
What the fuck?
Complete-
I've never
Same
hit
as
my
Jordan's
head getting in
Miata.
a car, and I don't like it. Jumped
Yeah.
right out of me.
yeah.
I like
That's
to
the
jump right
imagine
out of
like
it.
imagine
Bang.
doing any motorsport with that and having
my
like
God.
you'd get in first,
No,
then
I
put
had
your
my helmet on. I
on.
wouldn't worry about.
That's
I dented the car with my helmet.
but then you just get your head stuck between the door and the
Probably
sill.
right.
I fucking got a concussion from Jordan's Miata. We were going to get pizza.
Yeah.
I sat my ass into his seat.
Oh
and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
bah! I was like, oh God. Josh was like, you good? I'm like, I don't know.
Car just
The guy
punched
in a
me.
Viper once pulled in a parking lot. I thought we were parking, and I leaned to get out, and he fucking punched the dude donut, and my head smashed the glass. And he stopped like
God,
I thought my
dude.
head smashed the freaking window.
Blood everywhere.
It wasn't.
2024 Nissan Z Nismo. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. We all determined it was very overpriced. Well, Nissan dealers add again
Oh Jesus!
the markup for this vehicle. Notice this is an actual piece of paper at a dealership on a Nismo Z. Notice this new Nissan Z Nismo is a low production, high demand vehicle, and as such, it is being sold at a premium price. I understand and agree to the agreed upon price of the vehicle. MSRP $68,500, markup $89,995, total $158,495. And to that I say, good day, sir. I bid you adieu. Like,
What the fuck are
Get
they
outta
going to do
here.
with that? They literally don't
Get
want
out
to
of
sell
here!
it.
yeah, I don't know.
Who's going to buy that? Just out of curiosity.
Let's see.
Can't wait to see.
According to the window sticker, what we're looking at here is a fairly standard Z Nismo painted in optional $1,295 stealth gray super black two-tone. It's been optioned with the $410 floor mat package, $500 illuminated kick plate in black metallic, and $210 interior scuff protection package. The suggested MSRP of the particular Nissan is $68,500, a very far cry from the $158,495 asking. Let's see. Reading between the lines, the dealer knows it won't get what it's asking. Both the pricing sheet and direct communications leave the door very open to offers establishing a price tag more than 2 times MSRP and then immediately following it with willing to take any offers. Doesn't spell confidence. But hey, they're putting it out there. They're waiting for the right idiot to come and pay probably close to that.
I don't know, like just the whole new car thing. Like you guys always talk about
It
new car
sucks.
news, and I'm just like, fuck new cars.
It sucks. They all
we gotta
suck.
find some news about like old cars or something. I don't freaking know. I just the whole new car world is terrible. It's terrible,
horrific.
terrible, terrible.
It's dying and everybody's killing it. Dealers
Yep.
are killing it.
Yep.
Dealers are killing themselves. I don't think they realize it. We were talking, at dinner. There was another offer offered to the union auto workers recently. I don't know if they agreed to it or not, but this is a significant increase across the board. Hey, good for them. If they get what they want, that's great. However, to think it's not going to affect the cost of cars is
Correct.
it's
They're going on strike because the company has to put out its actual profit statements or whatever. And yeah, they made a whole bunch of profit. So they're
Yep.
like, dude, give
Give
us
us
some
some of
pennies of
that.
the profit.
yeah.
And I totally hear you. And let's just say I work in an industry and I contract with $1 billion company.
Yep.
And that $1 billion company has to put out their profit statements. And it turns out the wing that I work for is the most profitable one. And they are fixing all their other market fuck ups with the profits from my wing.
Yep.
But meanwhile, every time the negotiation contract, the price goes down.
Yeah.
But dude, you're making insane amount of money. Oh, cost this, cost that. And like, they just pretend like this public profit quarterly, statements aren't out there. Like, bro, it's right there. Like, you guys made $1 gazillion and you're paying us less than ever. We're not even getting a cost of living increase. So yeah, it's ruined my industry. And I agree. It's capitalism.
It's
Don't
just
get me
right.
all fired up about capitalism right
Yeah,
now. But
yeah.
like the rich get richer and
Yeah.
whatever.
And it's just unfortunately for a lot of people, we're gonna see the price increase for.
They're gonna
It
be like, yeah, we'll pay you more. Oh no, we gotta
Well, that's
we gotta
thing.
keep our profit margin, our margins, our money the same.
On that end, right? They're never gonna take. They're not gonna be like, oh, we had to pay them more, so we'll just take less. No.
I read
That's
a lot
not
about
how
it, and Ford is the best out of all of those.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to transition, but the entire union strike deal, like Ford is the best by far. Like,
Yep. The best deal itself.
yes, and right away to the table. Here's a bunch of money. What
Here's
do you
some
want?
options. Yeah.
And they almost, one of the articles I read was like, well, we don't want to take like Ford's offer because Stellantis and fucking GM are like barely even coming to the table.
So
What the fuck?
what's crazy
So
is
like
I
we're
see,
trying to stick together to get the other two ones to pony up.
and they won't even. I see a Stellantis warehouse daily, and this morning was the first time I went, oh, okay, it's getting like that now, because I see it, and typically there's just a bunch of picketers out there. Fine. This morning there was a truck trying to get in,
Yeah, and they block it.
and there was about 75 cops on bicycles plus a whole paddy wagon. They rolled the cops on bikes first and pushed everybody away and held them back with the bikes.
Oh my God.
And then what the truck. But I'm just like, oh wow, it's it's going to be, hey Johnny, you want to play some stickball? Pretty
It bums
soon.
me out.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
It was like I said, I've seen it for many, many days, and they're out there, they're picketing, they got the big rat. Matter of fact, I should probably take a recorder because I wanted to just go talk to him and ask a few questions. But this morning I was like, oh shit, it's real. It's getting real now.
What are they riding over or protesting?
Rioting. Oh my, they're not protesting. They're on strike.
They're on
What are they
strike.
You know what the
striking over?
frick
Money.
that is? Oh my God.
Money.
Yeah.
Union auto workers money.
They went through COVID. It should be like the worst time ever.
Oh, I
They
remember
come out
this.
of COVID. They have record profits.
Better than ever.
And nobody
record
gets a
profits,
raise.
and everybody's getting your basic.
Meanwhile,
Right.
due to COVID and everything else, inflation, obviously, we know, is rampant. So they're like, yeah, hey, you made yours. We need ours.
Okay, yeah, because aren't they
Yeah,
doing
but
it
they're
at
not.
Ford
They're
too?
not asking for all of the profits.
No.
You're showing you made $1 billion, bro.
Yeah.
You
Let us
could
get
give everybody
100 million.
10
You could
grand.
give us 100
Yeah.
million. You get to keep.
So
frickin'
the
90 million.
first thing I heard from the union side was they wanted a 40% pay increase. But I think the latest one I seen from the auto side, their deal or projected deal was like a 20%
it's all-
increase
it's
across
all-
the board, more vacation time, more this, and then like faster up to a certain amount of salary. It's just, they're going to stretch it out and do whatever they can. But again,
fucking
to your point,
terrible.
it's just, hey guys, you can spare it.
Yes, like
That's
you made $1 billion profit. Okay, there's the reinvesting doesn't even count. Like a bunch of dudes got the $1 billion.
right.
Like
right.
like,
The
what
board,
fuck?
yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, it
Yeah.
just gets me riled up.
Yep.
A friend of ours industry, same thing. The writers, actors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
streaming is just like, oh yeah, it's streaming. We're not going to pay. We're only going to pay half as much as
Yep.
as it costs to make a movie. Whoa. It's the same thing. Like, and you guys again are making record profits with streaming.
I heard
It
there
needs
was
to go to the people.
there was one thing that blew my mind the other day, where I heard, and I won't say the movie, but like a movie was aired, and I aired in air quotes on TikTok in 1 minute or minute and a half intervals. The whole movie to celebrate the day of the movie.
Okay.
They put the whole movie out in that manner.
Free movie. Oh, okay.
Seeing they did that, none of the actors or writers or anybody
Yeah, nobody got nothing.
could get anything from it,
Yeah, I know.
except the house or so whoever owns that social media. Obviously,
The Office
gonna make
shows
all the
up
money.
on streaming. Next thing you know, 5 years ago, it turns into this gigantic hit, and everyone is watching The Office 1 billion freaking times, and
yep,
Jim gets the same nickel.
that he did
That's it.
previously, right? And the show ended 10
Yep,
years
he
ago.
only gets the same nickel.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
that's BS.
yeah, there's a lot of
Anyways.
bullshit in the world.
Don't get me going, Shuck. God damn it.
Shook, do you have any news?
Meaningful news?
No, doesn't have to be meaningful.
I was gonna bring up that initial D thing because I sent it to you
okay. Sorry,
and you robbed me dry. That's why I sent it to you.
stole your baloney.
That's really all I had. I mean,
I have some news.
Let's do it.
Arrow wipers still suck.
oh my God, dude.
Unless your
let
cars
it go. Let it go.
Post 2K. Get out of here.
Are you okay to talk about some projects you have going on?
What, the pit and paddock talk?
Yeah. For
Okay,
instance,
can I pat myself in the back right now?
you please do.
Because I fucking started pit and paddock talk. When I took over the podcast, last one was on, and I grilled everybody
Actually,
about
you
the
did.
projects,
Yeah,
what
you
they're doing.
did.
And next thing you know, next week there's a
It
freaking
becomes
segment
Paddock
called
Talk.
Paddock Talk, and I was like, WTF? Where's my shout out?
El Natural. Well, matter of fact, we should put you in
Oh.
the Actors Guild.
You know what? I do have something.
Okay.
Wait, were we talking about Chelsea in the callback or in the news?
All the way around.
Yeah.
Doesn't
that was
matter.
Just, in general.
Just go.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. So there was a screenshot going around of what Chelsea said in a group chat. And he said, if I ever leave RTR, I'm going to run a round of FD, bring an E36 on an open trailer and bring my old OBS, stock body, and 0 sponsors.
And I'd love to see it. And
Yeah.
hopefully he does that
I
next
hope
year.
he does that.
Yeah.
That
Would probably be one of the most watched streams of FD.
Yeah.
It'd just get everybody riled up. So what I was going to ask you about Paddock Talk is I think
Paddock Talk needs a theme song also.
We
I
had
think
one.
I tried one and I failed
Let's keep
horrifically.
trying.
Yeah, I got to go.
No,
back
it
to
was
the-
good. You
There's-
just need no lyrics over it, and I would every week go,
I think there was there lyrics? No, there was no lyrics.
it said something. It didn't say nothing.
I
It
can't
needs to be
remember.
just shorter and the
I think it was because it was just instrumental with
country
some, like-
guitar. And
Yeah,
this week's episode, you know, like the
I'm
old
not
Power
musically
Garage.
inclined, Raphael.
we should we can make that. We'll make something happen. We'll get together. Your R32. I believe it was painted, right? I think
Sure
you
was.
posted pictures of it
Yeah,
painted.
painted.
I think that was the
Brought back
last
to
I've
my
seen of
house.
it. Okay, that wasn't quite sure of the status.
And it's in
of
the
that.
corner with a cover on it. Never touched it again. Never touched it again. Busy with other stuff.
Okay, that's what I
Wanted
was going to
to
ask.
get other cars going for the season.
So you can right get out there.
My main story later will be about getting my rally golf ready for a 2,400 mile journey.
Yeah,
So I was working on other stuff. How to get the
priorities to get it sorted.
Callaway Turbo Mark II for Roots Classic. Like,
Yep.
I really hadn't driven it in like 3 freaking years.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, let me check on my phone about what I've done to this. And there's notes in there like, hey, you
Don't
should
forget
do this.
to do this.
And they're from 6 years ago. And I was like, oh my God, whoops.
That's a great way
Right.
to do it.
And I fixed stuff. But yeah, I was just working on other stuff. But I already have a plan. 964 project stalled a bit. Well, I didn't stall. We did a lot of mechanical work on the 964. And I
Yep.
read these Porsche guys like, bring a trailer ads for Porsches and whatnot. Like,
All the questions they ask.
I
of what's
basically
been
have done $30,000 worth of labor in parts to my 964 if you dropped it off at some shop and did it. But I did it at my house for a fucking couple grand.
Right.
And
right.
they talk about, it's got a total top end reseal. You mean you replaced the valve cover gaskets and the little timing cover gaskets?
right.
Like,
The way it's worded.
that's
It's
so
it's
like, right. They'll blow up anything
Yeah.
like
yeah.
this, that, the other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's got full brake rebuild, blah, blah, blah. And I'm, it's just hilarious. to
Get
me.
something machined. This was machined from the finest using a
Well,
Porterbuilt
yeah.
German spec.
Yeah, but they just talk about all this stuff, and I just laugh. But, and I posted a post about getting the fan off. So the engine tins and the fans are out for coating. When that comes back to the 964, all that goes on. Everything else goes on, and I'm just waiting on the plastics for being painted. But I did a ton of work to that. But I'm waiting on the rocker covers and the bumpers, front and back, and mirrors for paint.
Yep.
Because the car was hit in the front and the back. Why I can afford a 964, just so everybody knows.
Right.
Savage title. So yeah, there was that project. But that car, where it is in the garage, like I got this whole plan that the R32 is back in one corner. So going to shuffle all the cars around. The R32 should be in the center so I can get double wide doors open.
Yep.
Start a little bit of assembly. And my
it's
plan
it's
is
the
like,
biggest car you own, right? Besides the Mark 7.
no, the Cobra, bro.
Right.
Everybody
I forgot
forgets about
about
the
that.
Cobra.
I forgot
But I
about
put
that.
it up on the 4-post lift because it's so big. But
It's
when
just-
it's up on the 4-post, you
It's
don't
just
notice.
gone. Yeah. It doesn't
Right,
take up that
right.
footprint.
But the R32. So like my plan is the typical, like I'm just going to put in a half hour every day. I'm going to go in, I'm going to bolt these 5 parts on, and I'm going to go back in the house.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do a fucking 12-hour session, which I do sometimes. And then I'm like, I don't want to touch this car for another month.
Burn you out for 6 months.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I have a plan for the winter of what's going where to be tinkered with for the winter.
Yeah.
Try building an E36 in fucking
I mean, another
2
thing,
months.
it's been forever since I've been on. Like, everybody makes fun of you, Shook, and it's been fun, and you're the young kid who just get picked on all the time. When you were out and about with it, when your girl, like the first ride, I didn't shed a tear, but I was like, golf clap. Like,
Oh, I
You
did.
made it happen.
I was like, you go, boy. And if you're in that car crying with that Bluetooth shitty speaker strapped to the cage behind you,
No, that
I totally
speaker fucks
understand.
so hard.
I know.
It's the best thing I ever bought.
But I was saying, very proud of you to getting that done.
I got a
because
little
I know what it
watery in
takes.
the eye,
Yeah.
and it's not.
That's because it's convertible and it was probably cold out.
Yeah, I got a little,
Just all the bugs.
got a
Just
little
fucking-
construction dust in my eyes.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
And she was like, "Oh, you're crying because you finished this car." I'm like, "It's not even about the car.
It's about finishing it.
I
like,
said I was gonna do this,
And
and
you
I
did it.
said the
and
first thing
everybody
I'm gonna,
ragged on you on a weekly basis about doing it.
Yeah.
and you
Hours upon
still
hours.
fucking got it done.
It's crazy how fat. It's crazy that a lot of those people who are talking shit are probably still looking at a car in jack stands. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, so
Well, I was talking shit, just having fun here, but definitely not in real life. And like other people, like they have a project and they start another project, like, oh, this guy got his project. Go, sorry, I can't comment on that. Because like I'm in the same boat. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna comment, dude.
Right,
Just like
right.
you said, those dudes hating me got cars at jack stands. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
it happens, man.
I have a new saying too. Just jump in. Participation over perfection. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. You're never
I like
gonna
that.
finish that project. You're gonna fucking die.
And perfection.
There's no such
the
thing.
older I get, the less perfect.
There's
I get.
no such
yeah.
thing.
And it's
Right.
that
It's the same as there's no fastest car. There's always
especially
gonna
in
be somebody faster.
in terms of cars. I'm just getting further and further away from having anything perfect because then it's not usable. Then you
part of
lose
my-
some of its.
part of my topic. But
Yeah, no, it's to me, it's not even about that. Completion was not even about the car. I just said like, yeah, we're gonna go get dinner in this car when I finish it, and that's that's what we did.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, but you went drifting like the first weekend. You didn't fucking blow it up or wreck it either.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty good.
that
And it
did
sounds
dawn
like a
on me.
monster
Like
truck.
we took it out last weekend. I just wanted to fuck around. I went to that 240 meet in
with
Berlin.
a fucking Ford V8 E36. Yeah, real
Yeah, and I
fucking
parked
cool guy.
right where all the
Yeah, you're
240s
that
were
guy.
supposed to.
That guy shows up.
Fuck up. There's a lot of other cars there that weren't 240s, but it was open to everything. And it just hit me. I'm like, it's fucking crazy that this shit was a short block. And then fucking Dick.
It was crazy that I put my fucking boot through the fuse box into the fucking interior.
Yeah, like I literally was like, these fucking 10 dick beaters took this whole car from
Yeah.
nuts and bolts around the shop, put
in
it
between
together.
in between beating the dick.
Josh. Oh, to be young.
Yeah,
Me and
seriously.
my 10 dick beaters rebuilt my car.
Just it's crazy to me. I don't know. And it runs and it's fine.
It's not crazy. You
No,
did
you
it.
did it. Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's exactly.
Good job.
And again,
Thanks.
you knew you could do it, and you did. And then when you started,
Oh,
like you said,
Oh my God. Do you know how much hate you were getting when you first took it apart and like, dude, it's
Oh,
never
dude. Oh,
exactly,
dude.
it's never going back together.
oh, dude, you'll never do it. And I was like, well, I did it once, so I'll do
Oh,
it again.
God.
yeah. And now you want to do it again anyway.
You know what's funny though? When I first took it apart, I said I'm gonna buy cup holders for it, and you said you don't need cup holders. It's still on jack stands, and I said, well, I'll need them when it's done. And you said if I finish the car, you'll buy me cup holders.
You got it, fam. Let me go on to fucking Alibaba
Patina.
Express. See what kind of
Timu.
No, I was
Patina
gonna
Research
gonna
guy?
buy the Patina Research
Dude,
ones.
that guy, I don't know how many followers he has, but he should have 10
You should.
million.
Yeah.
I love that page.
Did you
Great
see
stuff.
like the last one with the DTM racing with the rap music? It's just the best. He's
Yeah,
the best.
yeah.
So
there
good.
was another page that was really successful at that, and it was old kung fu movies that they dubbed over with rappers and
Well,
in
there's
hip hop.
tons of those, but like the Patina Research
This
guy,
is that,
everything.
but for racing, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
Shout out
brings it.
Patina Research
Hits-
type guy. You're fucking an artist.
Hits them.
He listens to the
nostalgic
podcast.
feels. Yeah.
Dude, come on the podcast. What the fuck?
He's in
I
Canada.
think he's
Okay.
He's a ways away.
Okay,
We could probably get him on remote.
Josh won't live New England. You want this guy to come from Canada?
bro, just
No, I'm
come from
kidding.
Canada, brother. We'll bring you to Mike's Calzones.
That was a really good calzone.
Get you some
1,000
freedom
years
fries.
ago.
Is he French Canadian?
I don't know.
Tabernacle?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You just come down, hang out, dude.
Yeah. Come on.
Dude, we
Dude,
totally went off script, Josh.
the
I don't remember
fucking
the last
French
thing you said.
Canadians drive to 18 hours to H2O.
It's true.
He can drive here.
That's a good segue. Long drives.
Yes.
That's the main topic.
That was my main
That's his
topic.
main topic.
All right, I know all about those.
So Chuck went years ago in this podcast, way throwback. He went to Tail of the Dragon, and he was like, "Yeah, it was pretty cool." Blah blah blah. Like,
Because he was actually by accident he went.
right? He's near a wedding.
Because he went to a wedding.
Looks like 40 minutes away. Is
Yeah.
Tail of the Dragon.
And then they gave him a Lexus SC, and he had a hell of a time.
right. But, yeah, but he still didn't build it up like what. Anyway, so I'm going to Helen, Georgia, Alpine Vag Fair. This is May. I mean, it's been a while, but I tried to go the previous year in the Audi RS6, and my most expensive fucking thing I ever bought broke
Your
down.
most expensive new,
Brand
vehicle
new,
at the
most
time.
expensive thing I ever had. Can't fucking make it through New Jersey
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy how
without
that
leaving
works?
me stranded. Yeah, and that makes me just hate new cars forever. I hope to never buy a new car again. If anybody hears me looking at a new car, tell me I'm a fucking idiot, please.
ZHP 192 $4.99 donation. Shout out to Shook for meeting his own deadline goal with the E36. I did nail that on the head. Thank you,
Hand
sir.
claps.
I said it will be done for staggered. You guys looked at me bewildered.
You did it.
To which I
I
unrolled.
was hoping to be motivation.
I unrolled a very tiny cock and slammed it on the table.
4 inches is fine.
Sounded like this.
Dare I say unrolled?
Unrolled.
4 inches
Unsheathed?
is
I
fine.
untucked it from itself.
Oh my god.
He hide in the bush.
I woke it
So
up.
I'm going to Helen, Georgia, which is in the North Georgian mountains. It's like not even where you think Georgia. It's more Tennessee than wherever. So
What's that mountainous strip called?
Appalachians.
Appalachian.
The
Okay.
Appalachian Mountains. It's
A lot
the
of
southern
sketches.
Appalachians.
A lot of sketchy stuff about those mountains.
I get like that.
Well,
stuff.
that in UFOs
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
UFOs.
paranormal.
Random text from Corey one day. Do you believe in UFOs? And I was like, "Does a bear shit in the woods?" He's like, "That is the perfect response I expected." Yeah, of course. Anything's possible. Anyway, so I couldn't make it in my most expensive car ever. So I'm trying the same vacation a year later. But I was like, fuck it. I'm going in a shitty old car. If the most expensive car can't make it, I'm going to my Rally Golf, more original Rally Golf. I got a whole plan. I'm driving first day to Paul and Anna, West Virginia. But actually, so
Which that first jaunt is about 8.5 hours.
it was like 6+
Okay.
to get to them. But I had to get the car. You know, I have a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Maintenance doesn't slip, but time goes by. And I put the car in the lift, and I'm looking at my notes because I keep notes about what I've done to the car. And I'm looking like about the fuel filter. And I look at the fuel filter, and I was like, holy shit, look at this thing. And then I'm like, I start thinking. So then I look back. I've never changed a fuel car since I owned it for 15 years. I've never changed a fuel filter. So change a fuel filter. You know, that ran fine, but, you know, I got to do stuff.
Yeah.
Next one was like, I should check the brake fluid. I never touched the brake fluid in over 15 years. And I realized that I can't get any of the bleeders going, and I got to use a torch and everything. Anyways, the brake fluid was so bad, I sucked it out of the reservoir and then filled with the clean stuff to even not pump any of the dirty stuff through.
Yeah.
Suck it through. But anyways, I bled the brakes, full service in the car, packed the car with tools. I'm ready to go. It's a Rally Golf. The headlights are one of a kind. The fog lights are one of a kind. The bumper,
I was going to
everything.
say the quarters, the fenders.
Yeah, there's all the stuff, but I don't care. It's insured. Tobias makes sure, like my dad, that everything is insured properly. Constantly reminds me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not getting any younger. I got to do this, whatever. Drive out to Paul's. Perfect weather, no terrible weather. It's great. From Paul's, though, the next day is like 8-something hours to Knoxville to Tail of the Dragon. I'm basically staying at this amazing place called Tapico Lodge. It's it's in North Carolina, kind of at the end, like 2 miles, same road, 129 as Tail of the Dragon, but like 2 miles in.
Yeah.
So did all this research, whatever. I planned it all out. And I plan to stay out there for a couple days. So I'm driving out there that day, and I think I seen the video stuff online. I go, I think this is like towards the beginning because there's like lakes and it's a very flat area. And like the road is very flat, but the lake on the side there is only like 3 feet lower than the lake. Like you're like, if it rains, that lake's taking us road. But anyway, so it's like Knoxville. It's a corner of Tennessee, North Carolina, whatnot. So I realized like I'm on the Tail of the Dragon. It's like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Sun's going down, and it's fucking awesome. And right away, I'm not giving it the beans because I haven't even gotten my location. I have just been driving for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And my immediate thought, I just said it earlier, was like, this is America, legal in America. You know what I mean? Where I did stuff in Europe, Nürburgring, other stuff, and I was like, this wouldn't last 10 seconds in America. It would be ruined, whatnot.
Yeah.
These dudes are paving the road like on camber, have it all like it's designed for literally driving like a fucking idiot. So, you know, again, I've been driving for 8 hours, you know, and there's no cell signal. So I wasn't like downloading the maps where I was going anyway. So I do tail the dragon to get to my hotel, and it's basically like you're going up a mountain. It feels like to the top. It's amazing and like mind blowing, and I'm hyped or whatever. But I'm also hyped that like my car has made it this far.
Yeah, you got there, right?
My car is full of, you know, a jack, all the tools, special tools, inflators, you know, impact for the gun. You know, it's just full of stuff for basically a week of traveling by car. So, but it was a blast. So I check in, whatnot. The next day I load the heavy shit from the back to my room, hump it up there because I want to have the best experience. And like, I go down Tail the Dragon. And it's only like 8, 9 in the morning. The shops and stuff aren't open at the end of the Tail Dragon, which is closer I'm staying, you know. And I have this great run down the hill. I'm giddy in the car, literally giddy in the car, like, holy shit, this is so sick.
Yeah.
And everybody talks about traffic and all that shit. I got no problems. Eventually, truck, like a F-350 with a 3-car trailer is trying to do these switchbacks and shit. And he's having to come off the road and had to like go around him, whatever. But that was like the only interruption on that pull. So then like I get down to the bottom, and I now at the bottom you have cell signal, but the rest there's no cell signal.
Yeah.
So you don't really know if a right turn or left turn. There's signs, but it's all like 4th gear, 3rd gear, 3rd gear, 4th gear, maybe a second, or a bunch of seconds. But I'm just trying to bang my downshifts, rev match. It's freaking amazing. And I get to the bottom, and I use this trick that I have my own little racetrack near my house, this mountain that I go up. And basically I sat at the bottom, and I just sat there. And I waited, and it was like 9 minutes, and I see the Sprinter van coming. And I still waited as I see him coming down the road, and I just pull out right in front of that fucker, cut him off, and it's on. Now I know I have at least 11 minutes.
Right.
I forget how many. It's 11-something miles. And again, another perfectly going ape shit on my car. So now I've made it. I do care about getting to hell in Georgia, but at this point, I'm literally like, I'm here to break this fucking car. This is how fun it's gonna be. And I'm fucking, because you know it has a G60, it's a G-Lift Jatter. Oh, they're all blow up.
The loudest motor ever, you mean?
Well, yeah, because a Rally Golf doesn't have the muffler or anything either, and I have no, let's just say, a free-flowing exhaust and whatnot. So I'm flying up, and I see a freaking 2 motorcycle cops and like another guy motorcycle in his leathers, and they're just looking over the cliff. And the one motorcycle cop like looks back at me, but like they're off to the side. There's like a pretty big runoff. So I'm just flying up the mountain. Anyways, I have the biggest blast. I go back to where I'm staying, the parking lot, and I'm like, dang, I forgot. I don't have the best tires. I kind of have some, not the best. Let's just say I buy good tires for my car because I do care performance. This particular set I did not, but they were doing great. And like you can just feel the heat coming off the whole wheel, you know, brakes, everything. And Rally Golf has brake ducts from the factory, and I have them. Or Rally Golf came with brake ducts. Many people lost them, but I still have them. So it was a freaking blast.
Using the car as it's meant to be used as well.
Thrashing the shit on it. You know, you're either standing on the brake or like not, like, because you can see some of the corners, but I mean, oh dude,
you don't know. Yeah.
There's so many amazing turns. It's unbelievable. And
I want to get a picture of me just like flying off, you know, really crashing it.
Well, there's a fucking cliff on one side and a wall on the other.
Yeah.
So
I've seen some good ones of like the Type R in the ditch, out of the ditch.
Yeah,
And it says
this
girls
guy,
be like, oopsie.
this guy with they were all looking over the cliff. I'm assuming his motorcycle was down the fucking ravine off the side of the thing.
Right.
Because there was 3 dudes and only 2 cop motorcycles. So who's the one dude in the black leather jacket?
How'd he get here?
But the funny story was, so then I go back. I was like, this is what I'm here for. Like,
right. Yeah. This is what I'm doing.
I'm fucking going back down again. I think I grabbed something to eat or whatever. I'm going back down again. And as I go by the same cop again, dude, he gives me a head nod. I swear to God, I was at like 5,500 RPM in a G60. And he fucking gave me a head nod, like, what's up? Like, whatever. And again, it went down. I sat at the bottom. There was a whole bunch of cars. And like, I waited. And I saw a Miata, like full-on raced-out Miata, roll bar, the wheels are sticking out.
Big
huge.
Chef's Jordan.
Right, type. whatever, tread 200, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was waiting, and I'm waiting for I know he's ahead of me, but I'm waiting on the gap because there's no entrance or exit on it. Like you're at the bottom,
You're
whatever.
You're there.
So it wasn't like the full 10 minutes I waited the last time. So whatever. I caught this fucking Miata like 4 miles in. This dude is like barely getting on. I'm like, and I'm just getting up on him and coming off like, because there's a million pull-offs. Like, hey, Mr. Race Car Miata, get the fuck out of my way. We're supposed to be here for the same thing. Like,
we're here
get
to
out
do
of the way.
work, son.
So like he got on it for 2 miles, then he got off, and anyways, but so there was no traffic. Everybody talks about, it's ruined. There's just a million people there, whatever. Dude, it's like
Didn't see
anything.
any
Go
of it.
early in the morning, go a little later at night. But so anyways, ended up driving around all over the Carolina mountains and dipping to Georgia, back. I went to just whatever. I had an amazing day driving around.
Yeah.
Cell phone doesn't work. Even though I'm on vacation, fucking work can't call. It's the best ever. Beating the snot out of my car, and the car is just performing flawlessly. I can't believe it. Every time I get back to the hotel or whatever, I open the hood like, where's the parts? What's falling apart? And everything is mint. Like, it's fucking great. So then, so I bunch more runs. I looked at some brochures to do some other mountain runs over there. Like, and I didn't do them because I just, whatever. I wanted to stick to the Dragon a little bit, but I had to go the next day. Next year, I'm definitely going to hit a whole bunch more roads. But then the 2-hour drive from there to Helen, Georgia is the most badass, picturesque loop route. It's just amazing. Like, I have a great time driving down there. Get down there, Helen, Georgia. You've never been, right?
No.
It's amazing. I've been a couple times, but just hanging out. And then on the Friday, my boy Steven, there's a couple like mountain. They used to have, so go back 2 years, they had these 2 mountain cruises that you go to cruise these 2 mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have them for the last 2 years. But I remembered them. So I was like, yo, Steven, what do you want to do? And he shoots. He's a videographer type guy. He loves more video than photography. And he used to do a lot of the, I can't remember it, but the old videos that we used to watch, or dub cores, whatever those videos.
Yeah.
He was one of the filmers all the time with that. But so we go out driving. We're going to the mountains. And again, just the sickest roads ever for driving. When we get to the top of this mountain, we don't know what's going on, but it's like a state park and you have to pay to get in. But again, I was like, dude, I'm on vacation, and that road to get up this mountain is almost worth it. And I'm almost like, dang, we got to go down that mountain. Like, it was like straight down at some point to whatever. So we ended up just walking around. We took some shuttle thing to the top of the mountain, just hanging out. Appalachians love it. I'm on vacation. So then I was like, there's another mountain. Let's go over to this mountain. So then we're going to it, and you go up the gnarliest road ever. There was one point where you make a right turn, and it's going straight up. And like, I wasn't down at the first, and I wasn't. And I kind of went up it, had to stop, roll back to like the little like turn off area, put it in the first, like
just
go
to
up,
have the
just
torque
to get
get
this
up.
go up. And I'm coming on the left, and there's another. It's not pulling anything, but it's a fucking dually truck. Like, I have to freaking go into the weeds. I was like, oh my God, I just fucking wrecked my car. Who knows? We go by, 'cause it's like a one-way mountain road, and it's like half paved from the 70s and then other half paved brand new. I don't even know. We get to like this parking area, and it says like, you can go up farther, but at your own risk, no blah, 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 because you just see it's a wall of pavement.
Yeah.
So I was like, so then Steven's like, oh, do you want to drive? And I was like, we're fucking driving.
Yeah, we're here. Let's go.
And I fucking drove up that thing. We get to the top. It's this amazing thing. I have 1,000 videos.
Is this
on my
where
Instagram.
it was all like spray
Graffiti,
painted and stuff? Yeah.
Up there's an Audi that caught on fire going up the mountain. The freaking turbo lit like the firewall on fire because it's like straight up. And again, I'm up there and I'm so hyped. The weather. It's just like, I was like, straight up was like, dang, like I dream about driving the Alps and shit.
Yeah.
This is like as good as the fucking Alps. Like, this is so great. America, fuck yeah. Like, I'm stoked. Like,
right.
Shit, I'm just going to keep going the Appalachians. I don't need to go to drive my car in the Alps. We filmed a whole bunch of shit. We're up there for hours, and then I was like, dang, Steven, we got to go down the mountain. This is going to be gnarly. Like, and the brakes are fucking red hot, more than Tail of Dragon. You could feel it in the pedal by the end.
Yeah.
Because it was just straight down all the way. And I had it in like first, second gear, engine braking the whole way. It didn't make a difference. But yeah, like, amazing hanging out down there. Do you know J Speeds?
Yeah. Yep.
He ditches off one day, trades some car, and he comes back with like a completely beat down 358 Ferrari, or maybe it's a 430. No, not a 430. Oh, I can't remember. He comes back with this beat up Spider convertible Ferrari, and it's parked underneath like the little condo thing. And he's like, "Oh, dude, you want to go for a blast?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go, bro." And it's 10 o'clock at night, and he goes out to another overlook, driving like a freaking maniac. Maybe it was at 4:30. Anyways, driving like a maniac, and I was on a blast, and he's like, all the lights are out at the dash, like, he's just beating the crap out of it. And we get to this crazy scenic overlook, and it's pitch black, but it's such a scenic overlook, like it's still lit up from like the moon or whatnot.
Yeah.
And he turns the car off. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" Like every light is like, "Oh, I'm trying to get these lights off." And I was like, "Dude, let's just get back."
The last thing you do is don't turn it off.
There's no cell phone.
Yeah,
signal.
yeah.
We're in the middle of nowhere. It starts up. The lights come back. And like, "Bro, let's just make it back." Drives like a maniac all the way back. We park the car, whatever. And Blair's like, "Hey, Scott, check out those tires." And they're the most dry rotted tires I've ever seen in my life. The tail light is hanging on by the wires. It's falling out of the back. It's just hilarious. And the tires were the most shocking thing. And he was fucking going 10 tenths on these mountain roads. But had a great time. Then the best part was I freaking woke up. Like, was it Sunday morning at like 5? And I was like, I can't back sleep. I'll just fucking start driving home.
Yeah.
I drove 16 plus hours from Helen, Georgia, all the way back to New Haven, Connecticut.
And loved every minute of it.
And just, I didn't think I could drive that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a bunch of other people, cars in the trailers. I got people taking pictures. Like, that's right, you and your fucking truck and trailer. And I'm driving past your my
Mark
rally
IV Golf. Yeah.
Right. Driving by my rally golf. So, yeah. And we talked about earlier, participation over perfection. Like,
Yeah.
dude, driving roads, driving adventure videos.
That's the best.
Driving is the best.
That's what I want to do. Like I'm very.
Everybody needs to get out and drive.
I'm very. Have been very confused what I want to do car wise, but I think like now I just want to drive these. I have particular places I want to drive the cars, not to events, but I want to take a car to.
Everybody
I wanna
listening to
hit these
this,
few
you're into
different things.
cars and you like curves. If you don't go, we're on the East Coast here. If you don't go to Tail of the Dragon in your lifetime, or just the roads down there, and I know maybe you have some roads near you, but I mean, this is 11 miles of 300 and something turns or something.
Yeah,
dude. Like again, like I said,
it's an.
How is this legal in America?
It's an iconic spot in the world, not too far from us, realistically.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back. I done a bunch of research on they call it the back of the Dragon. It's more Virginia, West Virginia up there.
Yeah.
And like, I'm totally going in the spring.
Yeah.
I don't know a car, but I'm maybe
Something,
breaking
yeah.
the 964 out there. I don't care. Like I'm going.
Something's getting broken.
Driving adventures, the best ever. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Everybody needs to drive. Like Jerry Seinfeld recently said, like the guy who dies with the least amount of miles on his Porsche loses.
Lost. Right.
Fucking
Right.
loser.
Matt Farris says it often too. Like he usually brings it up because I see it on Twitter in relation to people who lost out on cars that they thought were going to be worth a lot. Like guys with Camaros that are like, "Oh, I got 60 miles on this." He's like, "Oh, congratulations. You paid $90,000 for this car to lose 40."
Yeah.
And it's just like, you didn't drive it, got no enjoyment out of it, got nothing out of it.
Well, guess what? I didn't smash my car. I didn't break any headlight lenses. I didn't break any fog light lenses. I didn't break any Rally Golf specific parts. I had an absolute blast.
Yeah.
And then, took it one day to Lime Rock Historic Festival, and the plastic on the fuel box started explaining the back started leaking. But I already fixed it. But
It's done.
drive your car, people. Go for drives. Mr. Shook here built a car and went drifting immediately with it. Did
He
not
drives
wreck
it.
it. Had a fucking
Takes
blast.
it for ice cream.
We take it for I went to that 240 meet, and after that, we went and got groceries.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. Does it.
And it's
Drive your cars.
It's incredible.
I
Every
think
time.
Chris Kluel has a saying like, take the car. He
Yeah.
also has it was a machine before it was art. It'll always be a machine first.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
Right.
He
Yeah,
just did
I
his
had, like,
rally.
I have like weird, like neurotic. I'm like, what's it called when you think you're sick all the time? What are they called?
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, I have like hypochondriac syndrome with like the motor. I'm like, is it ticking weird? Is it ticking weird? I think it's ticking weird.
I think
Okay,
that.
hold on. I'm gonna answer for you right now. Weren't you talking about it was a fucking long block? That was a long block at one time, right?
Yeah. No. It's
So
a
you
short block.
built that motor once, right?
Yeah, I could do it
Fucking build it again. Fucking drive
Yeah,
the
of course
shit
I
out
could.
of it.
again. I just don't
Excuse
really
my
want to
language,
spend $1,000 on heads again. You know,
You could probably do it cheaper the second time around.
probably
Don't you have another set of heads?
no.
Just
Oh,
go back
okay.
in the
Sold
ocean,
'em.
get that iron set out of that. You threw in the ocean.
Nah, I just buy another set of these fucking cheapos. But they're working good for me.
Yeah.
I
Doing
think
a job. When's your next? Sorry, but at one point you said you're gonna have another dyno day. You still doing that this year?
I fixed everything. I just put
Oh,
the
right,
old
right. You
intake
put the old
manifold
stuff
back
back
on
on,
with
yeah.
copious amounts of RTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sealed, watertight.
Yeah.
We did a vape.
Bull's ass.
We did a smoke test with a vape.
frog's ass, not a bull's ass.
I
A
idled
robot
it.
dick. Let me see your robot dick. I need to do a smoke test.
I idled it, and I had my friend blow his vape at the motor
Yeah.
with no fan
It
on.
was like bubble gum.
Didn't get sucked in anywhere.
You know, you could just spray brake clean, and if it sucks it in,
So-
it goes up. You got a leak.
No, so this motor
the
doesn't
gangster
give
way.
a singular fuck about brake clean.
Okay.
So that's how I figured out it was leaking to begin with. And I don't know if I told the story, but obviously I knew I had a leak.
Yeah.
Just because it was running weird, I'd rev it and it'd pop. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Without the burble tune on.
I should have said this at the beginning. Because this is another fucking, in my infinite knowledge, I fucking made a mistake. So it's idling weird. I can't figure it out. I'm taking brake clean. I put towels on everything so I don't get brake clean on paint, and I'm brake cleaning the fuck out of this intake manifold. Nothing's happening. In my experience on a Civic, you do that, it idles down.
Or
It like
It
chokes
bogs.
it.
or I
Yeah,
was
it
gonna say
bogs.
bog itself.
So
right.
nothing's happening. I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's not leaking. I don't know. And I'm looking, and then I look outside. I'm like, man, it got really foggy outside. And I'm like, wait a minute. And
Sucking it in, pushing it out.
spray the intake manifold one more time. I see a big plume of like white smoke come out. I'm like, it is leaking. I order an intake manifold. Intake manifold shows up. Nothing fits. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I
You
put
did
the
tell
old
that,
one
yeah.
back on with RTV. I'm like,
Shit rips.
everything's all sealed again. It's still doing this fucking thing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? This sucks. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot to hook up. Well, the throttle body was like next to it. I didn't unhook anything. I just took it off and put it to the side.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, the throttle positioning sensor is not plugged in. Oh my God. I plugged it back in. Car fires right the fuck up.
Yeah.
Runs totally fine.
And you had full throttle.
Yeah, so I was having another weird issue, but I just recalibrated the TPS in Tuner Studio.
Yeah.
Shit runs like a fucking top now. So I think the whole time, somewhere when I was drifting, it came undone. And I just didn't notice. And it was running like ass.
Yeah.
And then I fucking panic bought an intake manifold for Lock City. And then when it didn't fit, I put everything back together, plugged it back in, the shit runs mint. Though it was leaking and now it's not, I don't think it was enough to make it do what it was doing. I think it literally didn't see how much throttle I was giving it because it wasn't plugged in and it would pop
Yeah.
the whole time. That's my running theory.
So now you can drive it to the next donut meet.
I can.
As long as it's not
It's going to be fucking freezing or raining.
snowing or raining.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all solved now.
Stone meet is like 2 hours away from us. Just, like I wish
No,
I
I
could
know.
come
No,
like
I know.
every
Yeah.
freaking time, but like
No, that's
4
why.
hours to hang out in the parking lot for 2. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
No, I get it.
I mean, I
It
come here
is-
4 hours to
Yeah,
shoot
bullshit.
Hang
shit
out
for
for
3 hours.
It's the same, but like you got to plan to get lunch too. And that makes it
That
worth
makes
Well, I
it.
try
right.
to make a whole day of it. Like, Tobias, you have to hang out with me afterwards
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I drove
yeah.
all the way here.
Yeah.
it. If I go to the next one, just roll up with me.
We'll see. Well, they're always on Sundays, right?
Yeah. Next
Sundays
one's
is-
November 5th.
Started. I don't want to talk about work, but
Yeah.
next year I'll be on the
Yeah.
list. But actually, so going
VIP.
my driving, I totally forgot about the story. I can tell you, I'm a fucking race car driver now. I forgot to tell you guys. After Tail the Dragon,
Yep.
my buddy is like a member of Lime Rock, like racing program, school, whatever. Not SCDA, not the NASA track
Skip
thing,
Barber.
but- right? Not that, but Lime Rock's actual one.
Yep.
And he's like, bro, for like $200 because you've never been, if you sign up, I can get you to the proving ground all day for $200.
Yep.
So I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the Mark 7,
Yep.
because I'm a Mark 7 kid. It's fast, it's got a tune.
Get out there. Really.
So I was like,
really
oh dang,
fade
so it's
those
like
brakes.
2 weeks away. It's like shit. Let me get a rear sway bar for this joint. Let me get it on here. Whatnot.
That one's auto, right?
Yeah, DSG.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, let me get a sway bar on here, bigger sway bar. So I get that on there. And I'm checking everything in the car. It's good to go. When I got the car, I'd been like sitting at multiple dealerships. So the brakes were like glazed over rusty, but they were like cross drilled and slotted. But I was like, still, my plan was like, yeah, I'm going to eat up these brakes since track day and I'm going to put some
Yeah.
brakes on or whatever. So sign up for this track day. I'm super stoked. I get there. It's all Miatas, Caymans, Macan Turbo or a Cayenne Turbo Porsche SUV with a guy and his 10-year-old son in it. Because this is a free-for-all too. There's no helmets.
Oh, wow.
It's really laid back. It's totally awesome. It's on the proving ground. So like,
Yeah.
you're not on the full track.
That guy used to have an SRT Jeep, and he would go to Lime Rock and just hammer it.
What?
Or
I'm
not
just-
Lime Rock, Lebanon.
Probably.
And he'd drag with the kid in the car seat.
Yeah, and the kid was so pumped, and like, after your first run, checking tire pressure, the kid's running to get the tire pressure gauge. But anyways, and there's a Viper, the ACR full race
That's
Viper,
a fucking mix.
1,000 Miatas.
That's
my
the
friend
owner of
in
Moroso.
my friend in like the gnarliest newest Mustang,
S550 or like GT5.
the GT500.
Yeah.
He has GT500. My other friend's in his S5, and I'm in my GTI. So I start looking around. So now I'm pretty sure I'm the only front wheel drive vehicle in the whole thing. So they have the driver's meeting, right? And he's like, every single person. So it was one of the first times I had a full class of or full sign up of 24 people in a while because people always bail. So they had all 24. And he's like, oh, everybody knew each other. They all go. And he's like, oh, anybody new here or whatever. And I like raise my hand. And he's like, oh, hey man, just, if you need anything, let us know. You're a smart enough guy. You'll see what we're doing, what now? We're going to put you at the back, whatever. Well, what are you driving, whatever? And I was like, GTI, just a GTI. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you'll be fine. You're not going fast or anything. And I was like, whoa. Hey, buddy, give it up there. Stop. And he's like, oh, no, we just have other guys never raced before. And he brings his 750 horsepower Charger that he can't even drive, whatever. So whatever, go out on track. And it's pretty funny. They put out like say 6 cars at a time. They space them out.
Yep.
And I'm way in the back, so I'm gonna see how everything operates. So all the groups going before the Viper's starting out first, and like he's already caught the whole group, and they pull the Viper over to be like, wait, and they get everyone to bunch up, and then they send out the Viper.
Oh my God.
But so my first session, like first big turn, the fucking brakes are already hammered, gone. They're terrible. And I thought and I haven't changed a brake fluid. I have no idea.
Yeah.
This car has 150,000 miles on it, and
Big turbo.
yeah, it does. It has a big turbo, tune, DSG, has all the power, none of the brakes.
Perfect.
And I got really good tires in that car, the opposite of the rally
Yeah.
driving.
Oh, so you're just
2000.
inertia driving. You don't need
Correct.
brakes.
So I'm still having a blast. This is the proving ground, and the people call it autocross. Okay, this is way better than autocross.
It's a track. Yeah. It's
It is
a
a
small
track.
track.
It is
but
tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I was hitting
The
70
boys
miles.
got to drive it a while back.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm hitting 70 going up to the big turnaround,
Yeah.
So anyway, so I go out a whole bunch and I've already fucked up. The brakes aren't shitty, but I'm still having a blast. And again, I'm like, I just need to get home from here. I could get home from here with like no brakes. I don't fucking care. And I'm just gunning shit out of it. But the dude like called my car slow. He's right by where you come on off of the straight. So I fucking stood on every time and I fucking one wheel roasted as I go by and fucking just spinning tire because he said my car was slow. So then like after 2 sessions, they have a time session.
Spite burnout.
Spite fucking wheel. And it's like third gear. Like I'm roasting tire in third gear.
That's
going
With
by.
hilarious.
the spite wheelie.
Yeah.
With my DSG. But so then they have, after the first 2 sessions, they have like a time session.
Yep.
I'm fucking dead center, like faster than a whole bunch of Porsches, most of the Miatas, whatever. So I'm like, they haven't even been here, and I'm fucking in the middle of this whole group.
Yeah. In
Meanwhile,
my slow car.
the Viper's first. My friend with the
Imagine if
Mustang
that Viper
is-
wasn't first.
Right. The Mustang, the Viper was first. The guy knew it. The Mustang was second. My buddy with the S5 was fifth, and he was having like the ECU was fucking up and like throwing on a rev limiter like certain times or whatever. But had an absolute blast. I cannot recommend either sign up with SCDA or Lime Rock directly for FCP Euro Proving Ground. It's I think it's like $400. The price probably going up next year.
Yeah.
For like half a day session. You ain't driving this thing half a day because the half a day is a ton of time on track.
Yeah.
Absolute blast. At the end of the day, they changed the track around. So, like, say the back straight into the skid pad turnaround, but it was a really long straight to get back there.
Yep.
Dude, the car would even slow down. And, like, they pulled me in to be like, is everything around? I was like, yeah, the brakes are hammered. Like, and I want to hit my braking point, whereas if I had good brakes, so I would just go way out with the skid pad and come back.
Yeah.
But I had an absolute blast. And then, like, that final session, my buddy with the Audi and the Mustang were like, oh, we're going to go follow you. We're going to watch what you're doing. They just were laughing. Like, what the fuck you doing? I was like, I have no brakes, dude. But like front tires, I had half the sidewall tread rolling it over and I just kept airing it up. And I was still rolling over the front tires.
Yep.
The back, now I had the most blast ever. I'm official fucking race car driver.
That's it. You're hooked.
And I talked to the guy who ran it. I bumped into him at the Lime Rock Historics because, whatever, for the day. And I found out like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, they offer like the yearly package at like a massive, massive discount. And I'm fucking buying that shit for the year.
So you're hooked.
I'm totally hooked.
You're on the verge of drifting. You're heavy into the motorsports, and you're going to go hit the dragon.
Drifting, the reason I probably will not take up drifting.
I mean, you got the Mustang.
The motor, the mechanical sympathy of drifting, I can't fucking deal with it. I mean,
You buy an E36 and beat the fuck out of it.
I'm just saying, it
I
seems
got a
like
word for you.
every time you go drifting, you have to now spend the next weekend rebuilding your fucking car.
There's something.
No.
But so, anyways, I got a nice BBK big brake kit
Yep.
for the Mark 7 now. Pieced
Yep.
it together. 2-piece rotor. I got the Porsche Macan calipers.
Yep.
I can't wait. Here's another thing. Growing up, I mean, everybody talks about, I finally grew up and I got, I didn't buy the fucking $100 tire. I bought like a good high quality tire. When people finally grow up, hey, I'm going to buy a high performance tire for this high performance car I finally bought. Well, I've now bought high performance brakes.
Yep,
When
you
you
got
buy
the brakes to match.
$450 fucking front brake pads. Yeah, the back ones, I got the fucking junk. But the front ones,
What the hell ones did you get?
Ferodo DS 2500s. It's
Okay.
the ultimate.
Yeah.
All my research and friends who are real racers are like, it's the ultimate. You can street it
Yeah.
and go to the track and fucking
Hammer it.
have your brain moving your skull
Yep.
to your forehead when you stand on it. So
I got
looking
fucking
forward.
carbon. I got those, what are they called? Street battalion. I can't remember. They're stop techs. Pads and rotors.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm ready to
FCP
go.
again. My boy FCP Nate Brown. Look it up. It's like brake pad types. and
I'm
he
an alignment
explains
and
it all.
tires away from. I'll meet you there.
Dude.
We'll bring the
But that's the
Civic.
thing. Like, this thing is so laid back, okay? Like, because I'm asking my buddy, like, you got to wear pants? You got to wear long sleeves? I read you don't need a helmet or whatever. And he's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And then, like, by the later session, some people don't even want to go or they have to leave. It turns into a free-for-all, just
Yeah,
going
and you
nuts.
just
Like,
get.
like, I totally bring my rally golf there and I have no worries that anything's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, there's no worries
Right.
at all. Like, I would bring any car there. So, can't wait to go back next year. Yeah, I understand. Oh, that's not the big track, blah, 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 whatever.
Still
Bro.
fun. Doesn't mean it's not fun.
Bro, let me tell you, being constantly busy on a track is way funner than like, Apex, I got Apex, I break a point. Okay.
Right.
Now I'm going to go for another fucking 20 seconds. I'll have to turn again. No. I'm turned the car 15 times in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It was a blast. I recommend everybody go to the FCP Proving Grounds.
Let's get into some questions.
Let's go.
Jordan, MX_5. He just writes, go with God.
Go crash, bruh. Go
Never finishing projects. What has brought on the entitlement mentality in the world of car guys? Ooh, good question.
Say it again.
What has brought on the entitlement mentality?
Social media. Hello.
I was going to say social media.
Over. Questions done.
That's
social media.
That's a weird question. Because I feel entitled because dudes pay for their car to get worked on. I did it myself. And I'm like, that's not a car.
Yeah, but you don't act entitled.
I don't act entitled, but in my head, I'm like, you bought all that and
But
paid
that-
somebody to
that's-
do
But
it.
he bought it
That's-
because he wants to post it on social media.
And that's judgment. You are being judgmental, sure, but like you're not saying, "Hey, no, you should give that to me because."
Oh, that's what
he's
entitlement
like,
means?
entitled to, like, well, I should be in first. Or
Well,
I
they should give it to me because it's mine now. Fuck you.
3-6 Mafia. Shook has a Honda. Corey has a Honda. Chuck has a Honda. Waiting on you, Josh. I'd like one. I was thinking the other day how much I'd like a Type R, but I don't think that's
I
in
want
the
an
books.
EF super bad.
I don't think that's
Oh
in the
my
books.
God, dude. Yeah, 4-door is cool too.
Oh, I've done a weekly deep dive of just full build EF. What I'm doing.
Yeah.
All the researches,
Yeah, dude,
everything.
B20 VTEC.
Yep.
That's all man needs.
Yep.
And I also like, there's a newer Accord that I like too, that I'm like, you know what, that'd be a good daily.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I can't
There's
remember.
one that has
I don't
like
know
a,
what the style is. Or
I
whatever,
mean,
but-
it's got a worse.
Honda's an amazing appliance.
yeah,
drive.
he's perfect.
Yes.
He's fine.
I would.
I let's just say I'm Mr. Volkswagen. My wife drives a Honda every day, and I've changed the brake pads and the spark plugs and the oil.
That's
and
what it does, right?
That's all you
yeah.
need to do.
She
I would like to.
She put 225,000 miles, and at 225,000 miles, I changed the rear diff oil and the CVT oil.
That's it.
I never change it for 225,000 miles. It's supposed to be changed like every 40K, and that shit's no problem.
Oh, it's still
Did you,
perfect.
did you get that same kind of oil, the OEM stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought it
Yeah.
all. Yeah, I
The
did my
Honda.
reading online.
I would like to get rid of the E36 only to get a Honda, like the black one.
Yeah.
My only problem with all those Hondas is torque is fun.
No.
Torque
It is,
fun.
but when you have a Honda, it's different. It hits
I was gonna say
different.
it's different. It's like a
I
different
know. Oh, I
experience.
love it. It's totally great. But like, if you could get like some more lower end torque, I'd be more.
The cool part about
Into it.
Honda is it feels like an absolute piece of shit, and then VTEC engages, and you're like, there it is.
Yo, man, when that second cam
When a
kicks in,
VTEC hits in, yo.
that's a old joke, sir.
Kevin 401. Is there a car that you want right now but can't have?
I think
Yes.
literally every
Thanks
person
to
in the world.
Radarosa. I don't know if you guys watch him.
No.
Ferrari guy. He fixes up shitty Ferraris in the UK. And I saw it at a track day like 5 years ago. They call it a F430 in America. The rest of the world is just a Ferrari 430 Scuderia, which is the race
Yep.
car version.
Yep.
And he bought a wrecked one and he fixed it up in a series, Radarosa. And I fucking want one so
They only
bad.
came in certain colors, right? If I recall,
They came in red and
Scuderia.
white.
with the stripes as well.
Some have stripes, some
Yeah.
have stripes, whatever. But it's the full race car edition. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this thing is
That brings the heat.
sick.
And Josh
It's the
and I want
GT3 of
GT3
Ferrari. It's like
RSs.
GT3 RS of Ferraris.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the GT3 RS. I'm in.
I mean, a realistic one, I'd take a Type R right now.
No, I'm going to say GT3 RS realistic,
Okay, yeah, GT3 RS.
just because.
Yeah, why fold?
they're real
You're
cars
right.
at the very least.
I've gotten to drive a 997 GT3 and it's ridiculous.
I can't even imagine. Yeah,
And I'm still like my brake goal with my Mark 7 is to be almost as good as 997 GT3 because my buddy was doing like funny brake shots, like not telling me and like literally hurting my eyeballs in my brain. And I was like, if you fucking stand on the brakes one more time without warning me, I'm going to fucking kill you. Because he'd just be going down the road like 70 and stand
just
on the
hammer
brakes
on
and he'd
him.
be like, ow!
it hurts my body.
My bones are escaping.
Tall Goober, can Seamus come in and do more in-depth sessions on chassis/engines? that he
Yes, I
likes
vote for that
/ hates?
100% because when
Yeah,
he's on,
I was going to say I don't think he's in there. today,
engineering
but
marvelness of going on,
He
I'm
matter-
just fascinated.
a week ago, he and I were
He was talking
discussing
about-
coming on again soon.
was talking about the Miatas. I was like, dang, I want to build an ultimate Miata. I want to build a Fit.
Let's see, parking lot car show. Holy smokes!
I know a good fit for you to buy. It's
No, I
God spec.
can't. God's Chariot. There's a lot of Fits at Grid Life. Sunday
White
Cup.
5-speed black interior.
Sunday Cup.
Any thoughts on Scott Kilmer, the YouTube mechanic? I don't know who that is.
Nope.
Scotty
He gives out advice, and sometimes you're like, it doesn't make sense, but also like,
It's good, maybe.
it's literally for the Scotty Kilmer's car shit is for people who are not car people.
Okay.
He's explaining to like
Just
non-car people.
Yeah. James Can One.
James Canwin.
Talk about your mother's box.
I love how you read that in the perfect.
That's how he wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read it as he wrote it.
Yeah, but you read it like authentic.
Yeah.
Talk about
Talk
your
about
mother's
your
box.
mother's box and the JFK. What do you call it? I can't
New
think
evidence
of-
in the JFK Association.
Yeah. We'll never know.
Fucking sniped your mother's box.
We'll never know,
We'll
but we
never
all
know.
know.
But we all exactly. It's there. Proof is in the pudding. C Furs. Will you guys be at Lock City with some coffee this weekend? I will not. Shook will hopefully be there.
I won't have coffee.
You won't have coffee.
You're
You'll
not
be
slinging
driving.
merch?
I'm just gonna have your mother's box.
Wow.
Zach D Piero. Thoughts on people who hold Thoughts on people who hold whatever is on the roof of a car held down with twine or string.
Trash. Oh, yeah, IKEA supports that. They give you twine.
So does Home Depot.
Trash. They'll stop
Like
doing
I'll
that.
twine my Christmas tree, but it's literally like 3 blocks away. No highway.
Which way do you put the Christmas tree on?
Point
You got to go
forward.
route first, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Just
Listen
it
to us.
folds forward.
I don't know.
The
because
wind going by is blowing it up. You don't want to blow it down. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's weird because I always thought it would
My
be
father-
top first.
Aerodynamic.
My stepfather told me you got to put it on this way. You now know how to put it on, and
Yeah.
you need to teach your kids how to put it on.
Yeah. Route first. Always route first. Just
I'm
remember
gonna
that.
be honest.
Because when they throw it through the little bagger thing,
Yeah.
they put it in root first too. Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll never buy a real one because I'm allergic to them. Like highly allergic to them.
Oh, that's
Really?
terrible.
I smell pine sneeze city.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
my
It
God.
sucks. I love that
Maybe that's
smell.
why you were sneezing the other day. I bought a pine soap.
Right before Christmas, I empty the vacuum so it's bone dry, and then I'm vacuuming up needles like
For-
forever from
for
the
the
tree.
next month.
And then I don't empty it. So February, start vacuuming. Smells like fresh pine up in here.
Life hack.
Let's see. Crumbum Speed Shop, please more Hood Rat Shook. Who this is? I spit my drink out. Andrew Miller. The potatoes Corey described a couple of podcasts ago. Fuck hard. Yeah, I got to make those soon. Lil_boat_07 r/can Chrysler Crossfires be cool asking for a friend.
Absolutely not.
Anything low with wheels could be.
A Crossfire is a no for me, dog.
I can't get into them. I know
Put
there's
it low
there's a,
enough. It's a BBS Motorsport.
I was gonna say on some
18s
BBSs
with some proper.
maybe. I'm sure it
meats
could
on
look cool.
I'd
Let's put
rather
it
have
that
a
way.
Slam Prius.
M
Those new
Woodski.
Priuses aren't ugly.
Those
They're
new
cool.
Prius is really cool. M Woodski. I can't believe I just said that too. M Woodski. Who wins in a fight? A hot dog or a taco?
A hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog. Because you hit a taco,
crumbles apart.
it's gonna
all the
just
time.
fall apart. Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna even a
Fucking
soft
glass
taco.
tiger over here.
Right. Glass jaw Joe over here.
Exactly.
Yeah, the hot dog takes the bun off, then you
hot
know
dog
it's
is-
a fight.
A hot dog is all meat. That's the thing.
The
That's
year
right.
is
All
coming
meat.
to the end, and the CT
Yeah.
Hot Dog 500 didn't happen.
And the
Bummed.
what was it?
Shout out, Becky.
Hot dogs got casing.
Yeah, tough.
Not all.
Tough
got
as
its own
nails.
True, but yeah.
It's got a deli dog. Real
Snappers.
New York
Call 'em snappers.
New York
The
snapper.
skin on the snapper.
Tyler, say what? What's the worst / most regretful mod you've done?
I think I told this story once, but I had a CRX of the Wings West body kit,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a Pepsi World Sport 2 on it, and I was very new to cars, and I didn't think it was loud enough. It was the perfect exhaust tone, and I ruined it. I cut the muffler part off.
You blew it.
And then I spray painted it pink because I thought that was cool. And then I went to go play a show in a backyard, and I was getting my drum set at the back of my CRX, and when I shut the trunk, the exhaust broke off because the welds broke. It was incredible. I wish I had a fast motion montage of that.
I'm not trying to put myself over, but I can't think of any.
I would not have bagged my S4
Oh, you were
because
a coil boy?
I bagged it.
Done.
I bagged it, and it was just not for me anymore. And as soon as I put coilovers back in the car, I was like, "This is why did I? What was I doing? What was I thinking?" Made the car so much better.
I love coilovers.
I threw when I first got my Rally Golf 20 plus years ago, and I was very young. I was like modifying it, and I thought a couple of the parts were the same as the other ones, and I just threw them away. And I find out years later that they
Oh.
were special,
Oh no!
special spoiler, glass, and steering rack, and I threw them all away.
Oh
That's rough.
shit! Oh my god, that's a rough one.
You know why static is great, and I miss this? That E36 is so low, I pulled out of the car wash and dragged it, and it was like, and I was like, oh yeah. No, I-
Sounded like Jonathan Davis from Korn. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I pulled out. It was like,
Oh no!
I was like, that was sick.
Oh my god!
Coco Kinners, new segment idea. Shook explains it. Listeners submit a topic, and Shook has to explain how said topic works.
Yeah, like
Let's
with
keep
zero,
them Let's keep them automotive though.
zero prep.
Yeah, on the spot.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
know
yeah,
what
yeah,
it is
yeah,
until
Yeah,
he
they
hits
just
you with it.
100%. We're into that. If you're listening to this and you have a topic you want Shook to explain, somewhat automotive related, maybe tie a car in there, roughly. Hit us up.
Specifically, go for something that I probably might not know.
Right, like you can say it like, "Hey, I got this idea while I was driving," and that's close enough.
Yeah. I'll explain it to you.
Dog Pizza writes, status of the MCV. The MCV is currently, I don't want to blow up his spot. He'll tell us all about it next week. But let's just say it's currently about 20 yards to my right, getting
Sick.
a lot of work done.
Really?
A lot of work done.
I didn't
Laser
know this. Not
beams.
even I know this.
I only discovered it because I walked over there to say hi today.
I'm going to ask you about this when we end in
Mhm.
2 seconds here.
Dog Pizza food related tip. Costco is one of the best places to buy steaks and meats, kick-ass cuts / selections. Good
Everybody
show.
knew that.
Good
I feel
show
like
on
everybody
that.
knew that.
I'm a big fan of Aldi. Recently, I discovered Aldi.
The Germans.
It's very good meats.
Oldie,
A
yeah.
lot of the meats. Went in there, got chicken breast at a reasonable rate instead of $20 for the whole package.
That's good. I'm a big fan of Stu Leonard's.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
Great guy. It
Sure
used to be
is.
a petting zoo. Now it's a wonderful store with electronic animals.
Dare I ask where the animals went?
They have an amazing bread there, like this Tuscan bread, and you can make these giant grilled cheeses. Oh, it's fucking the
That's
best.
This is
Stews.
stuff.
Oh yeah, you know about
Tuscan
Stews.
bread. Yeah,
Is that the
Tuscan
place with the
bread from
soda?
Stews.
It's the place with avocados. We're avocados.
I don't know what that part
plays.
is.
That plays rent free in my mind every time.
Really bringing it home. All right. Oh no, the sleep paralysis.
Quick
demon.
shout outs from me.
Yes.
Rob, Den Patrol.
Yep.
Everybody, remember, support. Get him to fix your car.
Yeah.
He's a true musician.
If you
what?
I look at cars to buy now.
A true what?
Magician.
You didn't say that word.
Musician? Musician?
Musician, it
Magician?
sounded like you
Magician?
said.
Whatever. He can twang on my doors anytime with his tools, his instruments.
My E36 needs
He is
love.
he's an artist. Everybody go support him. And then good old Joe, Perfection Plastics. I only bring him the hardest projects. That plastic rally fuel box that's leaking. I'm like, bro, we got to fix this. It's super rare. He's like, don't you have any normal shit that needs fixing? And I was like, no.
Hey, if
Shout out
anything,
to
it
him.
gives them practice.
Yep.
Any other shouts?
No.
Okay.
You were looking like you did.
I know.
I'm
I thought
reading.
you had.
I'm reading like YouTube stuff, whatever, but there's some wild. I went down a R34 GTR like hole after seeing all the YouTubers at
Yeah.
Grants.
Grid Life.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw them all at Grants. I was steps away
Yes.
from
All the
$1 million.
Yeah. I went to Adam LZ's pizza party at Grid Life. Just walk right in, special VIP status.
You got
there.
that
Hilarious.
slice. Got them slices.
But yeah, there was this Daily Sui SUI, and it's these Asian dudes just building the sickest GTR, and they're in flip flops or just no shoes at all, the whole thing. And then like there's a wild Careless Whisper, like instrumental is the whole song for like 10 minutes of it, and like I don't know, it's just hilarious. I don't know why.
I used to go down the GTR rabbit holes, and there was a few Australian channels I used to watch.
Yeah.
There was one like XV Termini. I could type it and probably find it, but they had like a Midnight Purple R33 that made a ridiculous amount of power because it was being held down on the dyno with straps and like 5 people in the back, and it was still trying to pull itself off. I'll never forget those videos.
Oh, I
And that was-
remember. It was like jumping around like a Jack Russell
yeah. The
The
Terrier.
videos, they're laying out all the parts of the rebuild, and I'm just like, first it took them like an hour to lay out all those parts, and that's like $50,000.
Right, the
of
amount of
parts or whatever.
yeah, it's
like,
crazy. when-
wild.
yeah,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
insane.
dun.
I think that's going to do it for us. Big shouts to you, Scott, for coming to hang out. Thank you.
Thanks for having
It
me.
was a pleasure.
Thanks for the slices of pizza.
Yeah, no
of course.
problem. Least we could do. Shook, we'll be here next week, right?
Nor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll be
I
here.
think the boys are back.
I hopefully will drive the black E36 next week.
Perfect.
Vert 2.
Vert 2.
Vert 2.
See if I could rip anything off. on
Vert
these.
2. Curse of the glow discs. Everybody in the chat, thank you very much. Everybody who donated in the chat, thank you very much as well. Thank you all for listening. As always, you can head to our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Then again, go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can sign up for a sustainable donation to help support this whole deal, plus all the other shows that we bring to you at least once a week. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Get
That's all
out
I
and
got.
drive your cars.
That's all I got. Yeah, go drive. Now's the time. It's going to be winter pretty soon.
Yep.
And seasonal
What do they call
depression
that?
will kick in.
Turbo
Hey,
season.
Swap out your
Spoolie boy
water for
season.
coolant.
That's true.
Do that. Yeah, good reminder.
Yeah. And also, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
What? This is what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do.
Drive
I'm
fast.
just
Take
kidding.
chances,
I'm just
everybody.
kidding. Yeah. No one loves you anyways, so just drive crazy. Drive all wild like.
Do not come.
All right, don't come.
I'm going to give you the whole load
All right.
today.
Give him the load.
All
Is the
right.
female one Kamala Harris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be back next week.
Hey,
Thank you, everybody.
film a burnout and tag us. Burnouts for the boys. Thank you.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
In Mexico.
Don't do that.
Make it legal.
Don't.
In your driveway. If it's in your driveway and you're drinking a beer, bonus points.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. Closed course.
Thoughts and views.
Closed course only.
Yeah.
Thoughts and views of this podcast.
Yeah.
not
Yeah. I'm not
necessarily-
exactly.
Come on, dude.
We do not condone that
Yeah,
behavior.
correct.
It's got to be safe. but do it if it's safe. Only if it's safe in Mexico.
Don't do it.
Do it.